Mic is working, right? Yeah. Mic is working. Get that mic working. Yeah. Work that mic. Work that mic. Yeah. Work that mic. Yeah. As long as it's working, that's all we need. All we need is what's working. It's gonna pin it, but probably better. Just word of mouth. It's gonna be Parasite. ML motherfucking T. You seen Parasite MLT? What's up, Bill fucking Murray? I'm excited to watch this one again. I haven't watched this one in a long time. This is the movie that made me feel like I had 8 million more movies to watch. Because I didn't realize movies like that were possible. I was like, how many other great movies, like older movies? Like, it was really the movie that, yeah, Parasite's Tonight. It was really the movie that made me want to see, also, what's up, Deontay? But, so Steampunk? That was literally the one. Because I had heard about it, people were telling me about it. I went to YouTube and it was on sale. It was like $10 because it was like down from 20. And I was like, $20. And I was like, is there a sales page? And that's when I went. And Home Alone was $5. Because that was one of the first ones. Hey, what's up, Cam? I can do a build for you if you want, but I got to play Shane actually today. And through the anniversary, keep getting as many cakes on him as I can. What's up? What's up, Pork? Dude, me too, Goblin. This is the most DBD I've ever played. Filling in all free time with playing DBD. And then I'm doing that in case the merge accounts doesn't work, because I'm going to merge the accounts on Wednesday, which is the last day. I mean, Thursday is, but I'm not going to be up Thursday morning. You know what I mean? So I was going to, like, do it after stream. I was going to merge the accounts. Because, like I said, I've never done that before, obviously. So, but I'm trying to get as many cakes where I'm like, okay, even if I can't get it to work, this is acceptable. Up to 24 hours. Should I merge tomorrow then? Thank you for letting me know that, because that would have sucked. And it didn't merge. Like, it has not yet merged for Ghostface. So yeah, so what you're saying I should do is wait for tomorrow, the weekly reset for the 250k, right? Do the weekly reset for 250k. What's up, Spooky? Log in on all the accounts I'm merging in to get that 250k and then merge immediately. Because the next day would put us on Wednesday, but would put us like midday whenever I get a chance to, before stream. Try to merge the accounts. Thank you so much, because that could have been the biggest catastrophe ever. That is why, though, why I was like just trying to play as much DBD as I can. Because exactly that. Because I didn't want to run into problems. But thank you so much. Holy shit. Dude, I'm so excited to watch Parasite. That is literally the movie that made me more interested in movies. Hey. Yeah, let's go, Goblin. It's good that Killix can learn something, too. I heard Trapper, it benefits Trapper as well, specifically. And be like, hey, I know which windows to trap now. Hey, thanks a lot. And but Esther, holy fucking shit! I know I've said this like every time, but the problem is every time I do it, I forget how to do it, and I have to Google it, and I'm like, fucking a. But I have to go through my founders because there's like founders where I'm like, I know they even said because they streamed. There was one specifically like Comedial, but it's hard to be like, oh, I'm taking it away. But he was gonna not stream anymore. He was in the army, and then 2020 happened, so he was streaming. And I think he was going back in the army, and he was like, yeah, I'm not gonna be streaming anymore. And like even took like the face off or picture off and stuff like that, and I was like, aw. But stuff like that, it's still hard for me to be like, but he was a founder. What's up though, Raven? Favorite killer to loop? I mean, it's not. It's funny. Say favorite killer to loop, it'd be like Nurse, but you don't really loop Nurse. Nurse is just the most interesting. What's up, Raven? Yeah. Killers are a lot of fun if you just fuck around with their power trying to get better. I think killer's miserable if you're just playing to win. But fun's subjective, obviously. But that's when you run into all the horseshit survivor garbage they have. And you're like, dang, I'm stuck running just these things and that's it. But then a lot of your games will be blowouts, and yeah. So I guess it's more fun to fuck around with the power. Each killer plays differently, you know? Yeah. MMR tempering. Is that what's been happening lately? I thought it was just the late night games, because I'm playing like late night after I shower and stuff. And then I'm squeezing in as many games as I can before I fall asleep, basically, and then being exhausted at work. It's been terrible, but I'm like, I'm gonna thank myself for years for all these cakes, you know what I mean? Thank you for the merge account, because that's what I was thinking about. That's why I was like on top of the merge account. Oh, you mean like artificially doing it? MMR tempering by just fucking around. That's what you're saying, right? Are they actively doing a process of fucking around with MMR right now? Because that's what I'm saying. You'll obviously take like losses you cannot win if you're not, you know, playing as aggressive as possible. You're such a chud. Get job. Aw, I already have one though. It's called working at a dispensary. I clock in and pay taxes on legally selling weed. I literally never thought that would happen. Bagels, thanks for the follow, mate. No, I appreciate it. First time I went in a dispensary, it felt like I was a kid in a candy store. Oh shit. And Eric's, thanks for the follow, mate. I appreciate it. Proof I'm not telling you exactly where I work. That's the stupidest thing ever. Yes, come here so you can harass the other people that work at my job with me. That's a brilliant idea. Greed, lay pallet. Can you make it far enough? I should have stayed closer before then doing so. Just break the door. Like, what are you doing? I don't think she respected enough. Yes, she did. Hey, this is Opeth. This is early Opeth. Yeah. Ah, damn. Damn it. I was gonna try to cut around this to the video. Just don't like ginger people. Is that racist? Or bigoted, technically? Like what? Because they're like super similar. This is what I was confused. Bigotry is when you group up people, right? And then racism is when you hate a specific, like, race.
Go on now.
I wasn't saying ginger's a race, but what else would you call it? You know? Waves the band hammer. Yep.
All right. Go on now.
Nah, but the way you were saying it made it sound racist. Which bug is tempting to use? Sorry, I missed MLT's first one. Yeah, run no slowdowns and it drops it to where my games are chill. Playing nice. Well, MLT doesn't even play nice. But the bug is amusing. I mean the guy. Oh shit. Why would you unhook me this early in the hook phase when I'm very clearly getting tunneled? This is solo queue. Isn't it amazing? What the fuck? They made it all the way across the map and won the chase. This is why you shouldn't unhook. 10 seconds in the hook phase. Holy body block! Oh, I kind of don't need these hits right now. Damn. I was not in the grass yet. But that's why you don't unhook 10 seconds into the hook phase when they're very clearly getting tunneled. That is solo queue. I even made a video about that. It's called The Biggest Mistake Survivors Make, especially in solo queue. Oh my god, wait, I'll show you why I've been playing too much. So last year on Killer, we had spent all the blood, because I hadn't spent blood points or used any perks, and I was like, I'm going to start using perks on Killer, because no perks, no add-ons Killer got miserable. Like that whole last year, 5, like, I basically wasn't playing Killer, because I was just like, this sucks. And so I spent him on Springtrap just so I could have a warm-up Killer. And he's going to be like a perfect warm-up Killer, so he has like a ridiculous amount of cakes. And then all my other Killers got 3 rounds of cakes. Up in like one, so you got like 40 something cakes because they were still getting perks from the blood web as well, right? 40 something cakes, and then but like when they got more perks unlocked, they were getting like way more than 40, right? So it averaged out to like 48, but that was because of like getting the perks out of the blood web basically. And then but this is like the round where I only got 2 rounds of cakes, right? So I wanted to get them like a round of cakes this year so I could have like 100 plus cakes to fuck around because almost all these killers I've never used perks or add-ons on. And I was just like, all right, I want to get all these fucking cakes on so I can just fuck around with them and get double the blood points the whole time I'm fucking around on them. While I'm just like trying all the stuff with their power. Because you kind of throw games going power only, but that's how you really learn. Is like going power only. Because then you're going to need to know exactly all the in and outs of those powers, of your power. Like at some point, because it will help you win more games when you're actually trying to win. You know? And that's what I wanted to fuck around. I was like, hey, basically when I have 100 cakes, it's like, I'm still a noob on this killer. Let's get these 100 cakes out of the way. Type shit. It's going to be awesome. Plus, I've been doing all my Survivor tomes. And I wanted to do both Survivor and Killer, but the Survivor tomes were taking longer and there was more of them. So I got not almost like I'd probably say I got like 80+% of them done, but it took a fucking year. That's why I was like, holy shit. Well, at least I can even these out. And that's what I was doing here. So I got all my killers, at least another 50 cakes. So all my killers have like 120 to 100. Well, on average, I'd say like 130 to 140 on average, really. But and now I'm trying to stack as many as I can on Survivor before the event ends, which Arella got 630 and he right now is 1348. Because I don't know if merging an account is going to work. But I have been playing way too much DBD. It kind of beat the giving a shit out of me again. Because once I put perks on, because solo queue is so bad, I started thinking like, okay, now how can we actually like try to make this better instead of just being like, nope, it's still solo queue. And I was like, huh. But let's go spooky. Love hearing that this stuff works. Also, warning, this song is death metal. Awesome song, though. The playlist is all over the place. I wish I liked more death metal, but I only really like Opeth. Because I like how their songs can be all over the place. And still sound great doing death metal. Mr. Streak because of the tunnel. Yeah, my bad. 1 second. 145 stream streak. Oh my god. That's over 7 months, at least. Because I'm sure I've missed days in there. Like, I'm probably not going to play games Thursday or Friday because I've been playing too much DBD and I'm getting burnt out. It's the first time I've ever gotten burnt out of DBD, but it's the first time ever where I'm just been forcing myself to play as many games as you can, play as many games as you can, play as many games as you can. Try to get cakes. Because these cakes be for open lobbies.
Now where am I?
Uh-oh. This game is going to go swimmingly. I will say, we were talking about deja vu and how if you in the same way as Windows of opportunity, if you don't actually really try to remember where the 3 gens can set up, but it's been helping me a lot actually. There is like 3 gens on RPD and Hawkins where I'm like, damn, you really got to look for this like every game. Yay. Okay. There's just nothing over here. Interesting. Got the crucifix, though. Pain res, surge. Well, it could have been eruption, to be fair. Hey, flashlight save. I was not going to be able to make that body block once I saw him coming from behind. I was like, if she goes down, I'll just be going down right on top of her. Not instantly, obviously, but... Well, the end of this song is epic. Only 2 more days until what? It's only when they have resurgence, Hanyev will make it. It's like instant heal. Would it take like 2 seconds? Not even, maybe? It's like, what's 2/3 of 8 seconds? Lol. Z. Thanks for the follow, mate. Yeah. The double van on the other one where you just keep baiting them because they keep thinking you're going to try to make it up the stairs and you can just stay there for way too long. That shit's hilarious. We get this done in time. I forgot I'm supposed to self-heal. Self-heal. That's what my tome is. They already got pain res off this, right? I'm pretty sure. Like, there's another map. What's it called? Pizzeria. Where all those gens on the outside, it's like, there's like a few different 3 gens that kind of spawn outside. That's what I mean by, like, it's kind of eye-opening. Like, it actually is helping me learn for when not having perks. Because I do waste so much time running around the map looking for the right generator to do. But it's keeping me in mind. Like, every time I go on RPD, that's like one of the first places I'm going to is look in the locker room. Be like, is there a pallet here? Or a generator here, I mean. There's always a pallet there. Best killer, I think Nurse. I think Nurse is best and most balanced. Sounds like a hot take, but I'm standing on business. I'm making a super long-ass guide. Now, it's going to be really just like an hour-ish long guide. Probably not even. Probably like a half an hour long. But then it's going to have a bunch of examples organized by map. Because I have like 230 matches saved from pubs, because that's all I play is pubs, right? We're not talking about comp. We're talking about players, like, to help players get better. You know what I mean? And the reason it's going to have that many examples is and organized by map. So someone's like, I felt like there was nothing I could have done in this map. It's like, well, here's the examples. Like, you go to that map or that part of the video. Just go to that, you know. The maps will be organized by alphabetical order. Yeah, Blight's great. Blight sometimes does feel stronger than Nurse, but I feel like... And then it's always been a toss-up between the two, but... I just give the nod to Nurse because Nurse somehow still feels more balanced. Like, almost never against Nurse did it feel like, damn, there was literally nothing I could have done to have made her at least miss one more blink. Because I consider if you get Nurse to miss 1 or 2 blinks, like, then you count those as winning those 50-50s, basically. Yeah, right? I'm still gonna play a lot of no perks once the event ends. Because I don't have, well, it's not even like I don't have cakes, but I have like one channel point redemption for Pick My Survivor. And when somebody subscribes, I usually have them pick my survivor as well. And let's say almost 90% of my survivors, I could use 1 perk on, I suppose, but are P0 level 1, so I was about to say I couldn't use any perks, so I was like, I guess I could use 1. Good shit, ace. Kick that, Jen. I thought about committing to it. Not gonna lie. Oh, they're right there. Hey, Chaos. It's true, 300 bits, dude. Thank you so much, mate. Same thing, I was like, I could run a build for you if you want. But I have to play Shane. Until the event's over. Because I myself have been dodging lobbies that were like less than 4 cakes. Damn. He is a mouse and keyboard. I knew it. Slugging for the 4K is small dick. Thank you, MLT, for reintroducing that to me. I hadn't heard that in years. And I was like, oh my god, throwback. Small dick. Little PP. Indeed, micro penis confirmed. Best comp player. I don't really watch comp. I don't really watch much DBD content in general, to be fair. Like, if I open up my YouTube... One second. Let's see what happens when I open up my YouTube page. There's definitely going to be some animal videos in there, because adorable animals is always good, because it's like one of the only pure things in the world. Did I press the right button? Can you guys see it? Nice. Here we go. Let's see what I see. Yep. Cat review, bruh. Charlie with a cat. That's a double bonus. Me at the zoo 20 years later. Huh. That must be something to do with an old video. Going down. Hey, this guy's hilarious. There's some DBD. One Pump Willie. Love One Pump Willie. Johnny Knoxville, Jackass. I was like, yeah, this seems accurate. This kid playing the piano. His things popped up because it was like that one song. What was it called? That everybody can recognize but nobody can hear. It's Aaron Ad. Let's go. See, I feel bad. I wish I could click these videos because it helps them out when I click them. Dude, rabbits are adorable. There's not much sports going on right now because I was like, where's all the sports at? I was like, oh yeah, basketball's not going, NFL's not going, NHL's not going, baseball's going, but it's just like mid-season baseball, so it's not really interesting yet. Some Family Guy shit, and it goes on and on. So I don't really watch too much like DVD content. Dude, I've heard the new Jackass was fucking great. I almost puked. Dude, this guy's hilarious. This guy here. Oh my god. But yeah. So some DVD content, but I watch a lot of shit. We're about to watch a movie tonight. Movie Monday is going to be Parasite tonight. This is the movie that got me like interested in seeing more movies because I was like, I have never seen a movie like this before. I still haven't really seen one like since. It was funny because the reason I was thinking about it was because we watched Sinners, and Sinners is like when you're trying to think of what genre of movie it is, it's like hard. It's like really it is just like a bunch of genres. It's like a mystery, kind of a thriller, kind of a little bit of horror. It's kind of a musical in a way. Like it's a Ghostface. Oh my god. But then I was like, Parasite was another movie. I was like, they're not similar at all. Sinners and Parasite, literally not at all. But just Parasite, same thing. I'm like, what genre of movie even is this? It's so fucking good. But that was the movie that made me interested in seeing many more movies. Because I did not know movies like that were even remotely possible. Can you start breaking them out at any time? How long did I have to stare at him for that? So yeah, I literally just want him to hit me. Anybody else get more nervous when they don't hit you? And you're like, aw. Yep, so is this movie Monday number 5? So the first one was Grand Budapest Hotel. Second was Pan's Labyrinth. Third was Boogie Nights. Yeah, last week was Sinners. And then this week we're doing Parasite. I'm trying to keep it at some like 10 out of 10 movies. But Parasite's the one that kind of really piqued my interest in terms of like, holy shit, are there movies I need to see type shit. They want one of those movies where it's like special effects or like, you know, crazy this or that. It's literally just like a spectacularly well put together story and movie. But that's, I mean, I'm like, my God. I'm like, I need to go see a bunch more movies. That's when because Parasite was going to be the first movie I bought on YouTube. I was looking for places and it wasn't streaming anywhere yet. Obviously, this is back in 2019. And so I like was looking, I typed like where to buy Parasite and it was like YouTube. I was like, you can buy movies on YouTube? And then I went to YouTube and it said $20 or it was $19.99 crossed out $9.99. And I was like, it's on sale. I was like, oh yeah, okay. And then I was like, and then I went to the movies page and I was like, is there like a sales page? And there was like Hot Deals of the Week, it's called. And it still sucks you have to check movie one by one. There's not like a listed price or anything like that. But Home Alone was $5. This was before Disney Plus was even a thing. But so I got Home Alone and I was like, all right, that's going to be my bar. If I see a movie for $5 that I want, or I even just want to watch, I'm going to buy it. And I've been doing that for years. Once every like few weeks. I'd say like a few times a month I go through, because you have to look movie by movie. That's the thing, so it takes a little bit. So a few times a month I look for some movies. Sometimes there's not even anything really on sale. I mean, there's stuff on sale, but for like $8, and I'm like, yeah, nah. I like $5 because there's a lot of renting prices as $5, and you're like, huh, I'm basically renting it forever. Also, Waden, dude, thank you so much. Thank you for the subscription. I can do a subscription, or I can do a build for you if you want. But I have to play Shane. And you too, mate. It's funny when you see a Ghostface, you're like, you kind of wish Ghostface could like only play against solo queues. Ghostface feels like the worst killer in the game. Not this particular Ghostface, obviously, but somebody asked me that the other day, what's the weakest killer? I'm like, Ghostface, feels like it. God damn it. Deja vu and resilience. They're the only reason we get this gen done. Yes, just like that. And cherry on top is making it to the main building. All because of the perks we're running. I mean, skill. It's good to have an example of getting those gens done, though. I'll go in that. Oh, God! Shouldn't have let my guard down. I literally looked down to clip the thing. Alright, I didn't clip it. I put a marker down on the stream. Because I'm making that video. I wanted to this weekend, but I ended up playing more games instead of editing. I was like, it's the last weekend of the anniversary. I'm going to squeeze in a few more games. Yeah, me too. This is why I was saying Ghostface should be able to like only play against solo queue. Because if people are in communications, you like never get jump scared by them. Yeah, someone over there on the gen being like, he's still hiding at that corner. And you're like, okay, well, I'm still hiding here. But that's why I like solo queue. Moments like that. Solo queue, the killer can still be scary. But just like playing killer, like any type of chill at all, in solo queue, you'll just completely lose games just because, well, can't really give a shit. Oh yeah, most Swifts are not like clock calling out and stuff like that. They do get the benefit of knowing where each other are and stuff like that, like Kindred and whatnot. Because very rarely is people gonna get left on hook and Swift. Hook and Swift. I don't know why, but that sounds like a bar name. I'm going up to the Hook and Swift. Maybe I've just bartended too long. I'm not even a bartender anymore, but I liked bartending more than working at a dispensary. It was more excitement. But the older I get, the more I'll be like, yeah, working at a dispensary is better for me now. I should have stayed at that gen. Or maybe it comes this way anyway. We'll make it. Yeah, Drive Slow is one of my favorite Kanye songs. This song, the beat was sampled from a Tupac song, I think, right? Can't remember which one right now, but I think that's actually how I got into Tupac. Oh, shit. Damn, nothing here. Yeah, me too. Especially how the end sounds chopped and screwed. It was funny because I wasn't sure, because I downloaded off LimeWire, and I wasn't sure if the version I got, they just chopped and screwed the end. Because you know how shit like that would happen. It sounded really good, though. And then I remember, like, when it went on iTunes, I remember it was like, then... then the end was chopped and screwed, and I was like, hey, that's actually how the song ends. I'm like, that's fucking awesome. That was a good choice. Fuck, it's bothering me that I can't remember what the Tupac song is. Oh god, I like them both. See, I shouldn't have even broke them out there. Run to where gens are already completed. Fake this. He was too close. I should have gone to the pallet instead. That was right there. For some reason when I looked, I thought it was already thrown. And I was like, oh fuck, we have the window. And I go down, I'm like, oh no. There is still the pallet there. Just skill issue. Yeah, I raided in for him to catch the world record. Did I raid in like as he tied the world record or the game? Yeah, I think that's it. He'd either just tied it or I raided in like as he was about to tie the world record. Love One Pump. I was in a One Pump video years ago. If you type in One Pump Willie ending streamers' careers, or whatever it's called, I'm like the first clip in that. and it's like sarcastic. It's not like ending our careers. I wasn't even talking trash that game. We just got annihilated. We were doing open lobbies. I was like, well, the killer had a good game, but that was not a good game. That's still the most stylish hook I'd ever seen in my life. And moonwalking his way all the way to the hook and then doing a bunch of 360s before hooking. That was hilarious. Oh my god, why wouldn't I heal her? Fucking DBD. I didn't want to heal. She's saying she's going to die already, but I wanted to run to a gate and see if we could open because I don't want to... That would have been Ada's only chance. We wouldn't have gotten open in time, I suppose, but maybe if somebody... Well, they wouldn't have had to heal, you know, I guess. Yeah, this chopped and screwed end part here. This is the part I wasn't sure if it was just because it downloaded off LimeWire or if it was because it was like that. But I liked it, and I was like, that was good anyway. And then when it was finally like on official streaming sites, I was like, hey, that is how the song actually ends. What is Fung doing? She not in the... Oh, fucking A. Oh, that pallet's gone. We just go down. We just go down. Yay, no we don't. Hey, did we make the window? Oh, shit. I thought she was going to be on this gate. She was not. Now we go down. Knows you all. Damn. Should have gone to the other door. Or just loop the thing. I would have been too early anyway, to be fair. That probably was the Resi Vault, yeah. When in doubt, yes. Wait, am I the obsession? Alright. So I'm not going to abandon. Because look at this. Normally you get no blood points unless you die. But here we go. Watch how I get 1,000 extra blood points for dying as the obsession. See it at the top left? Obsession dead. So I always check before abandon. If I'm the obsession, then I stay in and take the same with the hook, like the sacrificing. If you're on the hook, if you're the obsession, it's good to just actually wait out the whatever 15 seconds. But if not, you don't get any blood points, so might as well just abandon because you get to keep your blood points anyway. But when you're the obsession, stick around because you get an extra 1,000. I'm doing great. I'm excited as fuck. Once again, Movie Monday has become like my favorite day of the week. Man, we were watching like 10 out of 10 movies only. That'll be like the rule for Movie Monday. Only 10 out of 10 movies. The only downside about that is then I feel like I have to have seen a movie, because then it kind of goes off my judgment, I suppose. But there's enough people I would trust. Like, I've heard enough people say good things about Obsession, where if that was ever on sale, I'm getting it anyway, and I'd be like, hey, if before summer that goes on sale, I would love to. Oh, yeah, it can. I've been watching old movies, Vons. Oh, what? Thank you. With viewers? What do you mean? You know, it's funny. The reason the word viewers got held up by Automod, it gets rid of the bots that comes in that are like, buy cheap viewers at whatever website. I highly suggest that if you're starting to stream, or you're just streaming and you keep getting the bots to say that, just ban the word viewers. I totally forgot why as well, because I had banned it so like years ago, and I couldn't remember why. So I was like, maybe I have the word viewers banned because we don't really ban that often. Like, I think trash talk is funny. I think trolls are funny. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really ban that much. You know, so I'm like, maybe if somebody got banned, they deserve to get banned. You know, I was like, so maybe a viewer is somebody that got banned but keeps watching. And I was like, so let's ban the word viewer. But then in my head, I'm like, that sounds lame. You know what I mean? Like, that's, come on. So I unbanned the word viewer, and I went live the next day. And before the thing that the Nightbot thing that even pops up, that's like Mr. TatorHead went live. It was like, buy cheap viewers at whatever. And I was just like, oh, that's why I have the word viewer banned. Yeah. It was literally like within 10 seconds of starting the stream. Buy cheap viewers. I'm like, okay. I remember now. But it had been so long where I literally was like, yeah, why did I have the word banned? It felt like it was causing more trouble having the word viewers banned. Because that's the thing, the bots like don't even try. I don't know if they like have a checklist of like, oh, it doesn't work at this stream, because that's what it almost felt like. Alright, jump down this. Aw. They know the ways. Aw. It's fun when they do that and they can cut back up. And then play the pallet. Sato, thanks for the follow, mate. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Waden, though. I appreciate it, man. I wish I could play whatever Survivor you'd wanted. Oh, that was a while ago, but feels bad. Also, Sato, sorry if I'm butchering your name. Are they coming up from behind? No, they're not. I still haven't seen that movie. My friend liked that song. It's an interesting sounding song. I don't remember who actually plays it. She was coming up from behind. Apparently it's in a movie called Cruel Intentions, but I totally forgot about that until just now. The tag coming up, and I'm like, is she coming up from? I'm like, holy shit. New memory unlocked. Nick Field. Oh my god, I'm the worst. I'm sorry, dude. I fucking blow. Yay. Dude, Hag is slower. Can we get away with going all the way down the stairs? Cutting around this way and trying to grade this pallet and going back up the stairs. Yes, we can. And then make it to the window. No, we can't. Yes, we can. But we won't make it anywhere from there, though. Damn. They had that lusty blood by that point. But yeah, the reason I even run this way at all, instead of going back to the pallet again when we cut, because we're not going to make it to the pallet when they have bloodlust. Not going to make that. Oh my god, this brings back memories. People used to say your teammates couldn't get you killed. We all know it was, like, obviously not true, but... And, it was like you haven't played solo queue against Hag. Where you have somebody in the... This is so painful. You have somebody in the basement, and this is before you could wipe off the traps, so... The only way to get rid of traps back then was to have a flashlight. And shine it at the trap. Oh god. Oh, she had a trap. She has silent traps. Holy fucking shit. She shook her head. I was like, what's happening? I looked and I didn't realize there was 4 fucking gens done. Holy fucking shit. Basically 5.
This isn't happening.
I wasn't even paying attention. This is how easy Survivor is. I mean, it doesn't always go this, obviously. But even when games are getting crushed, it's still easy. You're just running in circles and shit. Sitting on a gen. But that's why I like it. I guess I hear and talk about movies and shit. Like watching Parasite tonight. I'm excited as fuck. This is the movie. I haven't watched this in years. That's why I'm extra excited. I've been excited, super excited for every movie we've watched. Because Sinners I had watched recently, because it's a newer movie. But I hadn't watched it in these headphones. And there's a lot of great music in that movie. Superstar. Oh my god. I'm rolling main. I'm rolling hard. Oh fuck, this is already thrown. I do not know where the fuck we're going. I just thought I was dead. Yeah, Parasite's the movie that made me super interested in watching more movies. Because I did not know movies like that were possible. I'm nowhere near a movie buff or anything like that. I'm working on it. And it's not even like I want to brag about how many movies I've seen. It's just like, there's so many great fucking movies. Giga Chad teammates, by the way. Holy fucking shit. Yeah, let's get a little bit farther away. Carry me home. What if it was Blood Warden? That'd be fucking amazing. Carry me home. Carry me home. Carry me home. The fuck? Why am I the only one here? Oh. Carry me home. We're not gonna make this shit. I don't think we have time to make it to the exit gate, but it was worth a shot. Read it. Ah, body block. Yeah. No, Bill. No. That was close as fuck. Firm, I've been using this at least till the end of the event. Especially because I'm trying to make a video about this build. We just got a great clip. Last game, sorry, wasn't this game, but with Deja Vu and Resilience together. That was the only reason we got a gen done in time, and then made it to somewhere safe instead. That was the only reason. And it's perfect. It's all common perks build. This is the only build I'll ever run, unless I have a build request. But most of the time, I'm probably still going to end up using no perks. I have one channel point redemption to make me play whatever survivor they want me to play. And I'll show you my survivors. Like these ones, I guess I could use some perks on. Although I am going to end up spending blood points on this if I can get the cross progression to work. Because I'm probably going to get Shane to P100 and then want to spend more on survivors. But most of my survivors, you see, I'm like, I could use one perk, I suppose. You know, but that's the thing. Plus, I don't want to spend blood points on these guys because they have the collection. Right, so each survivor has like a collection of items they've escaped with. Because if you spend no blood points, the only way to have an item is to find it in a match and escape with it, right? So, this is the collection I got. We got like 265 of this, 218 of this, 204 of these, 134. And we even have add-ons and shit, actually. It took me forever to figure out why we had add-ons, but then somebody gave me a... I think actually they keep the add-ons now. Yeah, like this. Just like this. Now, this was how it used to work, but it took me forever to realize. But it was the one syringe, and it was gel dressings as well. That because somebody had given it to me, and then the killer DC'd before I got a chance to use it. But I was like, oh, we're gonna lose the add-ons. I was like, wait, and there they were. So all the add-ons that we have are from like when a killer DC'd, and someone had given me an item that had add-ons attached. Oh, where's the toolbox? Yep. So like, it took me forever to figure that out. I'm like, how the fuck do we have add-ons though? It's funny because he used to have it in one page, like all the add-ons, but now it only like if you click that item, it's only those add-ons, and it's like, oh, I liked when it was on one spot. But that's why I was like, I'm sure. And whenever somebody subscribes as well, they have they pick whatever survivor. I just jump them in front if anybody else has done it from channel point redemption. Also. Alright. If a hag player can't tunnel at one gen remaining, right? I love talking trash, but that's not the time. Now, you can talk trash whenever you want. It's a fucking video game, but... I don't even really like talking trash if we're winning. It feels bad. It feels like kicking someone when they're down. But talking some trash can take a game that would, like, on paper be awful, but you had a really fun time. I wish I could talk trash in every game. I can't pretend like I'm having a good time if I'm not. I just sit there and whine about the game and be like, this sucks. I talk a lot more trash when I play Killer than I do when I play Survivor, too. Because you have 3 chill survivors and 1 fuckhead. I'm talking trash about that fuckhead the whole game. You know? It's fun too. We heard this kind of too recently still. Heard it like, but I was like, I like when it goes like at least a week or 2 before hearing that song. I like to be like, is that note as long as I remember it being? And then being like, oh my fucking god, how in the fuck did he do that? That was Barbershop Quartet. Who wants this game back on mobile? Like this comment. I wish we had more emotes. I just thought that would be good. People don't like teabagging at the exit gates. Well, it's because you're wasting your own... I'm on the killer side on that, to be fair. I'm like, stop wasting your own time. If you're right in front of you, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even really count that. I'm talking about when, like, they could just leave and they're sitting there at the exit gate to force you to walk all the fucking way across the map and get them out. Like, same thing with slugging for the 4K. If they're, like, right there, I don't count that as slugging for the 4K. But if someone's on the ground for, like, 2 fucking minutes, they're looking around, I'm like, I feel like that's comparable because they already won the game, and now they're just, you know, wasting their own time to waste somebody else's time. You could even, this is a terrible argument, but you could even compare blood points that way. You're like, if you let the killer down you at the exit on the way out, you just gave him a down and he got a bunch of blood points too. And you get extra blood points for being in a chase. But I'm like, you're wasting your own time and you're losing out on future blood points. That's why I don't usually teabag at the exit gate. Plus, I'm getting older, and this sounds funny, but you can see my controller is finally starting to, like, be weird. You see how, like, the sides coming off and shit? This controller is, like, 3 or 4 years old. And I'm like, no. This is the longest lasting controller I've ever had. It's still working fine, though. But same with, like, teabagging and stuff like that. I do think about that. I'm like, every time I press a button, that's, like, less times I can press the button overall. And all those times just clicking the teabag button. Same with, like, I'll show you, I have to do this in-game. But, yeah, Tuesday's Gone. You know what's funny? I like Metallica's version of Tuesday's Gone, too. They sounded drunk as fuck. I, like, want to know if they were drunk recording that. Yeah, the non-Metallica version. I have them both on here, I'm pretty sure. Holy frames. But the Metallica one, they just sound drunk as fuck. It's awesome. It's like, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Even the first guitar note. Bang. Like, man, they sound drunk. In a fun way. Oh, shit. Well, that was bad. Keep greeting it. I was running too wide that time. He's not getting bloodlust either, because he keeps doing it. Oh my god! Okay. Oh, sorry. Holy shit, that was funny. I'm gonna run face first into him. Yes, I did. Oh my god. That's why he went that way. There's no way around it. Oh damn, he's had enough. He's like, this fucker doesn't throw any. Yep. To be fair, I respect like that too. I'm like, they'll throw it this time. They'll throw it this time. With Nemesis Whip, I'll set the same fucking tile over and over and over and over and over and over. That's why I like tier 3 more.
Give up.
Interact buttons on Survivor, set to hold. I didn't even know you could put it to toggle, but I still like it on hold. Andrew. That was fun. Oh shit. That's why I don't like throwing pallets. You literally get to see exactly how many loops you can get out of something. Plus it makes it way more fun. Like every single loop turns into an experiment of like trying to make it from here to somewhere else. Yeah, that's the thing. Me too. If I'm in tier 1 or 2 in Nemesis, because tier 3 you can outplay it. He tried a few times, like the first 1 or 2 loops around, but you can see through the thing, so you couldn't like get a mind game since we could see through it. There's like the crack in the middle. But then at that point, you're like, all right, he'll throw it this time. He'll throw it this time. He'll throw it this time. That's the thing. Most of the time, you're right. When you play killer, they'll throw it eventually. Andrew, thanks for following me. I appreciate it. But I've even seen that happen with One Pump Willie. Because same thing, you're like, they'll throw it, they'll throw it, they'll throw it, they'll throw it. And you're like, holy fucking shit, throw it! Not like an actual crash shot, it's always fun and funny. I love One Pump. He's my goat killer. Uh-oh. I forgot about Ruin. Where is it? I looked in here, right? No, I did not, but just in case. There'll be 2 fucking totems up here. That was fun though. This map has some great greetable pallets, especially those corner pallets, but that one right there. But you're right, it's because 110. Did I leave it? Okay. Dumbass. If it was dead, or if it was Dead Man Switch, it would have already been blocked. Call myself dumbass. I am dumbass. Hear me roar. Oh, this is bad. If he doesn't pick up, if he just comes, okay. This is what I mean by it's always a little funny when the survivor DCs. I always feel a little bad when the killer DCs, but survivor DCing is always hilarious. The Megbot. I guess. Does the Megbot know better than me? She did. Bot has wall hacks. Report the bot. Bot does have wall hacks, actually, though. There's that one jungle gym, if you're playing killer on, you literally can't even get the bot and chase. Because it can always... Oh my god, the pelts are gone. Yeah, this one's not, though. Oh, but this one is. Those pelts are thrown, too. I'm not teabagging. Try to crouch juke it so you double back. You're going this way still. Hey. Hey. What if it's over by like the portal room? I checked one of the entrances. I don't know if I checked this one. Nope. What's up, Sean? How you doing, mate? We're doing Movie Monday today. We're doing Parasite. Sean was around for the first rounds of Movie Mondays. I'm pretty sure, at least. We brought that shit back. 5 years later, makes its return. It was really 5.5 years later, makes its return. Once I went back to work, Movie Monday stopped. But Now I'm just cutting the Mondays a little short, or Monday stream a little short. Oh, someone's about to finish. We got lucky. Sorry. Hey, thanks to the subscription, dude. Holy shit. I was like, I can do a build for you if you want. Usually I do whatever survivor you want, but I gotta play as Shane today. And pretty much to the end of the event. Look at all them nummy blood points. Num 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 num. Right? Makes me think of being at the Club W at the hotel. What was it called? It was the club in Hotel W. The W Hotel on 47th Street. But their bartenders and servers would come down to us. And then after work, we go to their place. That's why I like to work in Times Square. You have to go hang out and do shit for free. In an extremely overpriced area, but it's not overpriced if it's free. Then you're just hanging out in Times Square for free. And you can hang out in the actual Times Square, but I'm talking about in the area. You can hang out and party and shit. That's what I think of when I hear this song, though. Was it like 2017? No. That'd be like 2018 or 19. Yeah, 2019. Thank you. Yeah, it's fucking saxophone. Actually, I think that last one was the original one, right? I think I have them both on there, but I like the original one more. But it's a lot shorter. It's like not even 2 minutes long. Holy shit. Yeah, I like the original more as well. I have like literally only one complaint about it, and that it's so short. But it's never a bad thing if you're complaining that a song is too short. It's a good thing. Left you wanting more in a good way. What's up, Flock? I'm so excited. Movie Monday's been awesome. Now I'm trying to think what we should do next week. There's a bunch of movies we had talked about. Fargo, The Departed, Amelie. We have to do at some point, this is an old movie, but like we have to do that one. That one's like astounding how well that movie aged. It could have came out today. The writing is so good. What's it called? Sunset Boulevard. I had never heard of that movie. That's another one, if it wasn't for YouTube Hot Deals of the Week, I would never have ever heard of that movie. I mean, it's like an all-time movie classic, and if you look it up on Rotten Tomatoes, it has like 99% and like 97% from the audience. And like the review thing says something about like arguably the greatest movie about Hollywood, like where it's about Hollywood itself. And it's like, what the fuck? But it's actually like a black comedy. That's part of what makes it age so well. The writing is just like hilarious from start to finish. That's what I mean by it's like the way Joe specifically, he is a writer. That's what he does. Like He's a broke writer that stumbles into like an actress, like a has-been basically, where she was super famous, like huge, but she was like a silent film actress, I think. Maybe she wasn't even silent film. It was just like things move on. So she's like not really doing anything. So she wants him to like write him her a play, but he starts realizing she's kind of like crazy, like actually crazy. It's like one of those scenarios, but Joe is, I mean, she is hilarious too. Apparently has like one of the most like iconic movie quotes. And that's like not even my favorite quote in the movie. The quote that people make fun of, not make fun of it, but like Animaniacs, I remember did something on it. And I'm like, that's how I've heard this before. Where she was like, okay, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up. And the camera like goes into her face, basically. It's not like special effects into her face. I just mean it's just like shoved in her face. But that's might be the best part of the movie because of what has just happened right before that. That's why I was like, that's why people quote it a lot. It's not because the quote itself is so good. But I think like, I don't know, 10-ish minutes before that even happens, like my favorite quote of the movie when he's telling Norma, he's like, there's nothing wrong with being 50, not unless you're trying to be 30. Or something like that. And I'm like, I was like, that I think is the best actual like line in the movie. But this really could be like any age difference, right? Good said 60 and 20, you know what I mean? It's just one of those, like, there's nothing wrong with aging. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Not unless you're, like, trying to still be... Try to squeeze out as many blood points as we can. Face plant. I haven't seen Babylon. From Prestige 1 to 3, you mean? Depends how much you play. And depends. Like, right now, you'd be prestiging a lot faster. This game is completely over, so might as well just go farm the bot and get some extra blood points. I'll farm the bot. I'll farm the bot. My turn to get put in the corner. Swing. Yeah, nerd. You lost to Jen to a bunch of solo queues. Oh my god, bruh. The bot just sandbagged me. I literally got sandbagged by a fucking bot. Can't even tell the difference between them sandbagging me and how I usually sandbag. But that sucketh. Damn it. I was like, come on, resilience, bail me out. Duh, why is a bot? I thought bots were scared of the tear radius. Why is a bot sitting there self-carrying right next to the tile I'm running? Yeah, 4 games per prestige. Bob said that doesn't happen. Fuck, I need to bring open Cast Manager. I forgot. I need to be paying attention to cakes, because I've been dodging games where there was less than 4 cakes. 4 cakes, I'm like, fine. When there's less, I'm like, Get me the fuck out of there.
You're a lifesaver.
Alright, we squeezed some blood points out of this shit, at least. Yeah, I've been playing way too much DBD. This is the first time I've gotten a little burnt out of DBD. I was getting more and more burnt out yesterday, or was it 2 days ago? Over the weekend at some point. I just had such bad matches in a row where I was just, it kind of beat the, because it's funny being like, I'm new to running perks again, but you're thinking like, at least this will help the solo queue matches a little bit. And it's like some of those matches are like, yeah, these didn't help. So, and it wasn't even like it shouldn't have. It's like it should have and still didn't. Like having Kindred, right? Like you run the killer for literally 4 gens, then you get left on hook even though you have Kindred, and then other people get slugged while you're still on the hook, and it's just like, why did I even give a shit and think that this would, you know? Kind of beat the giving a shit out of me. Yep, I'm still going to be playing a lot more with no perks once the event ends, because then I have that channel point redemption for 1 channel point. I think it's like a 15-minute cooldown, so basically someone could have me play whatever survivor they want every single game, if they want. And then when somebody subscribes, I play whatever survivor they want me to play. I shall go over here. Holy shit. So every time I talk trash, all of a sudden we come back and I feel bad. Is why it's more fun to talk trash when the killer's just slugged for the 4K, because you already know he won. Killer's gonna feel bad about a little video game trash talk. It's like, but you won. You know? Yeah, this is my raid song. Come on and slam, and welcome to the jam. I don't know if the bot knows to actually go pick up even though the bot's closer. What is the bot doing? Bot is searching a chest. Oh, oops, I thought this was already done. Yeah, these are all common perks. This is pretty much the only build I'll ever run. Unless I have a build request, but this build is just perfect. I am working on a video for it. I got a clip, like a perfect clip today, actually. Because I was editing some this weekend, but then I decided to play more games instead of editing, because I was like, I could put a video out next week with the anniversary. Oh, I heard the fucking... Oh, they're doing a tome. What is my, I can't remember what my thing is supposed to be. Hey, bot, hit me with it. Come on. Hey, holy shit, 95 streak, dude. Thank you so much. That's like 5 months. Probably more because of like days where I couldn't play games. Or I was like sick or some shit. I should have waited until I got dumbass. What I mean by should have waited until I got to a gen in case there's a camera. What the fuck? We are playing a perfect game. There are no bugs. All right. It was kind of loud. I just realized because the other song was quiet. I guess I didn't realize because the game doesn't really matter. There's 1 gen left though, but Aw. No way! I was literally around the corner. Want to use the camera? Aw. I'm out of position now. Oh, I am not. Yes, I was. Can we get around this corner? Yes, we can. That's hilarious. That's probably the gen they're at, that farthest one over there. I'm gonna go back and make them yep. Well, that doesn't matter. Do I have a mod here to type exclamation pallet? That was totally worth. Because it might keep us alive. Yes, totally worth the pallet throw. They changed the magic window. I think they did it on purpose, though. Alright, here's where I die. I ain't got no pallet. I don't think I make it. Yes, we do. Is there any other thing for me to use? Nope, that pellet is thrown. I am dead. I shall be giving up on the hook. So they can at least have a chance at hatch. Now this killer has small dick and wants to slug for 4K. But small dick. Oh no, never mind. They're right there. That doesn't count as slugging for the 4K when the survivor's right there. Only counts as small dick is the same thing as if they're like teabagging at the exit gate like survivors. It's like small dick. Wants to waste their own time. What in the fuck? Oh my god. Oh, I'm dead. This time for real. Okay, now this is small dick. Crawl to a far. Aw. No, I don't want to waste any of my own time. Struggled against solo queue, small dick. Ooh. Got enough blood points. And a bot. Now that I think about it. Yeah, a bot. Well, it's kind of bewildering what the bot was doing. I'm like, I guess it's a bot still, but still, it was like, huh. What's up, Spawn? How you doing? What's up, Slooged? Let's go. I want more people playing this game. A lot of people could have fun playing DBD, but they always hear survivors telling them that Survivor's so hard and looping so hard, and I'm like, we're just literally running in circles. I have Halo friends that didn't want to get into DBD because they heard it was too hard and sweaty. Like Survivor specifically, and it's just like, bruh. But I don't know why. Survivors love to pretend it's hard. I think it's because it makes them look better, but it's like, this shit is not hard at all. We could have more people playing the game because we wouldn't be so scared of playing. That's the funny thing about DBD, right? If you have 700 hours, like, if you're running in this circle, right? Now you're playing like a, I have 10,000 hours, so... Like, that's the funniest part about it. Survivor, like, think about Saloon. You run in, you jump the window, and you turn right, you're garbage Survivor, you know? But you turn left instead of turning right, suddenly you're cracked and juicing the killer. It's literally that simple. The good thing is it's a win-win. It's simple and fun. Ramanico. I'm actually finding toxic players often. Like, real toxic. Like, can get banned for it. That's what I consider toxic, at least. There's reasons there's, like, rules. Like, holding the game hostage or shit like that, you know? Like, that's toxic. Saying shit in endgame chat that can get you banned, you know? Like, personal attacks. I don't really do endgame chat trash talk, because same thing, it's just a waste of time. Sit there typing out some video game trash talk. I engage more when I'm playing killer, but that's because by the time you finish your game, they've already talked all their trash. So it's funny to sort of egg them on. Alright. Bubba is one of my favorite killers to play against, and it's not even because... Booba! It's literally because of greeting a pallet. Like, greeting a pallet is fun. Because it's like the risk is what makes it like always never get boring. You're always risking something. But greeting a Bubba that's using their saw, that's the most fun. Because you're kind of hoping that they're trying to save one extra charge so they can break the pallet and then saw you before they get to another one. They want one saw charge left over. So that's kind of what you're hoping for. Ooh, loop the car into the window, alright? Or the truck, I mean. Maybe you get like a big size anything in front of it. All of a sudden, same thing, it becomes like a game. You're like, hey, let's 1v1 around the truck and then connect it to the window. Because people have asked me, like, how does Survivor not get boring after 10,000 hours? And you're like, that's why. You're like, ooh, interesting loop. It's more fun than safe loop. Safe loops can be fun too, obviously, but... That seems to be the 3-gen. Is the music too loud? I need to turn it down, but I keep forgetting. We keep getting chill songs. And I know we're going to get like a super loud Slipknot song. And we're like, oh, fuck. Turn it down. Does my computer accidentally disconnect when the killer brings a Mori? Only if one of the survivors didn't bring cakes. Because usually it's a little bit quieter. There is no music on YouTube, so if people don't like the music, we're on YouTube as well. Music is all over the place, because like I said, you got Slipknot and Opeth and shit. And it's funny, the only non-metal song I give like a warning about, where I'm like, alright, we're also live on YouTube if you hate this, but that song's incredible. Don't really have anything that connect those two. I agreed the pallet here. Well, I don't even think that counted. I think it just ran out of charges, to be fair. Hit me. Aw. Did he get short swung? He could be on controller then, especially if he was doing the saw wide. You know, it's funny, no matter what your MMR is, I feel like you don't play against many hillbillies anymore. I was playing late night, and I was getting win streakers. And I was like, huh. I did notice late night is much sweatier than the time I usually play. I forgot, because that's when I started playing DBD. I was like, holy fuck. On both sides, like, your solo queue teammates were, like, amazing as well. I mean, you'd still run into the solo queue issues where it's like, fuck, there's nothing we could do, but... It was like, God damn. What did you say that got auto-modded? What did you say? That's exactly what Gontar was saying, though. That's all that map knowledge. It's like, it's all really is. I mean, you can put perks and stuff on top of that, but that's why I like it. So if, like, you really wanted to get a friend into DBD, you could get him in a custom and be, like, showing him the loops and shit. Alright, here's where I wanted to loop at. I'm gonna try to loop around this shit. Alright, this is the way I want to get pushed. No. I have to turn it around the car now. And cut to the window. You want to use your saw. Here's to get the M1 this way. Using that. Yeah, bamboozle. Aw, damn, he figured it out. I overestimated you. I kind of want to stay there, actually. I wasn't even looking at him. Vault it. Yeah, he knows now. Let's go. I think we make this, though, because resilience. I think we would have made that without resilience, to be fair. Oh, God. Now he knows for sure. No, I have to greet this pellet. He didn't respect, obviously. Those are the scenarios that if you have dead hard, or I talk about an uncounterable dead hard, where you can very clearly see the killer go for the swing, and you can just press the button. I could have thrown the pallet, too, in the same scenario. It's more fun not to. Because then they could get auto-aimed and we can make it back to the window. You know, shit like that can happen. But that's like a perfect example when we talk about like an uncounterable dead hard. When you have like, it's not like the most unsafe pallet, but kind of unsafe. That forces them to have to actually lunge. So then you can like reactionary throw the pallet or reactionary dead hard. Like a flashlight. Oh my goodness. Aw, I wanted to say they're looping that. The pallet there was kind of helping out because we could always cut to the pallet. This poor guy. How many games did I die in a row to start the stream? We escaped. No, we escaped in like 2 of them, right? I want to keep track of it. That was why I started running perks again. I was running perks for like, no perks for like the first week of the anniversary. We were dying so much. Like way more than normal. That's why I was like, huh, maybe I should put these on. And this is going in that video, but we had a game where we got hooked in endgame. And on Gideon Meat playing against Trapper, and I was like, are the perks literally going to be a reason I escape more? I mean, long story short, yes, but... I forgot he had Franklin's. Aw. Oh my god. Did she get herself picked up? I think she did. No, she didn't. Okay. Wanted to see. They weren't. They were P2 though. Well, wanted to see, but I wanted to see if you had like blue or green perks because there's only P2. I got an all PC lobby. It probably means PC killer as well. I'm gonna load into a lobby like this. Watch, all of a sudden we'll get a console killer. But when I load into a lobby and I just see everybody else's PC, I usually assume somebody has crossplay turned off, so it has to put you in a lobby at some point. Alright, I want to play till I at least get to 2 million. So I'm probably gonna end up playing till like 7:30. Usually I play Guitar Hero, but I think I'm gonna stay on DVD today. Try to get as many of these cakes as I can. So even if we get to 2 million, I'll still keep playing like another game or two before let's do Movie Monday. Movie Monday, if you haven't been here before, we watch fucking the best movies. 10 out of 10 movies. We discuss them a lot after as well. Not everybody, obviously. You don't have to stay or anything. No, you don't have to come. Obviously, it's in the Discord. We have a movie channel that says movie nights. And tonight we're watching Parasite. This one I was extra excited because when I went to go look for it yesterday in my purchase thing. Right now I don't know if it's because it's streaming somewhere else, but it said video blocked in country. But then when I click it, it still lets me watch it because I have it purchased from YouTube. It's like, haha. But that's why I have my trust in YouTube. Because when I've heard people say, like, oh, this got taken away or this and that, I was like, YouTube has not done that to me yet. Doesn't mean they won't at some point, but multiple times I've seen, like, a YouTube video or a short or something like that. One was on Shin Godzilla, one was on Pan's Labyrinth, where they were talking about how, like, it was, like, impossible to find or buy them anywhere, or even buy them, and I was like, huh. Wasn't Parasite the first? Nah, first movie Monday. The very first movie Monday, I don't remember what we watched. If you're talking about all those years ago. But first movie Monday was Grand Budapest Hotel. And then we did Pan's Labyrinth. And then we did Boogie Nights. And then last week we did Sinners. And today we're going to do Parasite. Because we're doing some 10 out of 10 movies. Next week there's a bunch up in the air I'm thinking about. Thinking about like Fargo. I'm thinking about Amelie, The Departed, Sunset Boulevard, LA Confidential. I'm just like, there's a bunch that I'm thinking of. We should probably watch Chinatown at some point too, because that's a very... The cool thing, this is not even spoiling it. This is something where I actually wished I did know beforehand, but it blew my mind that I watched the movie and didn't even realize. Oh, we got the undetectable Wesker build, or not just Wesker, but it's undetectable build where you run corrupt intervention and then you have that perk that makes you undetectable while gens are blocked. I didn't give myself, does he? Did he make it away? He did. Let's go. Yeah, now we got the Holy Cross. Oh, he's too close, though. I don't think we make it. He went somewhere else. So I was about to be like, we haven't done any horror. And I was like, Sinners is a bits of horror. Parasite, it's funny, the first time you watch it, that's why I'm not really saying anything about what Parasite's about. I think that is a great movie to literally know absolutely nothing. Bruh, okay. I was trying to use the med kit, and I was gonna finish healing him. How long does it linger? Oh, he went somewhere else. You and me again. Done. The race to hook because I will make it. I'm like, no. City, you and me again. Why does he still have no tear radius? He does now. Okay. So that's like another swing I was talking about, where when you have a pallet like that, you can just dead hard. You could have thrown the pallet too, obviously, but those are like those perfect type of pallets. I can't see. Please don't have double backed. The fucking info bubble. Make it around the corner? Yes. We're getting very religious up in here. So we could have thrown the pallet there, or dead hard, you know what I mean? Throw the pallet here, because you can see him lunging. The reason I'm pointing that one out is for that exact reason. People will be like, nuh-uh, there's not uncounterable dead hards. I'm like, do you see that he has to literally, like, run? It's not every pallet, obviously, but when you get pallets like this that feel more, and even that, like, we could have thrown the pallet, you see him start to lunge. I'm even saying it. Like, as he starts his lunge, I'm like, we could throw it here, we could throw it here. But it's more fun not to. And you actually get better at looping for when you actually need to loop it and, like, throw the pallet. I need to rewatch the Maltese Falcon. Because when I watched it, I was too stoned. Like, I didn't even smoke tons of weed, but that was one of those movies where, like, at the end of the movie, I was like, what? It's like, there is a falcon. No, there is no falcon. No, there is a falcon, but it's not here. It's just, and it was one of those, I was like, oh. I was like, so this is like the first movie that was like this, right? Because people make fun of, like, Christopher Nolan movies. Like, we love Christopher Nolan movies, but at the same time, like, I just saw a video, too, that was, like, kept doing stuff like that, where it's like, no, but yes, but no, but actually yes, but actually no, but yes this time. Like, shit like that. Oh my god, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Mind game yourself. Yeah, balls rock. P1v1. Aww. I wanted to actually 1v1 around the balls rock. Because when we played against the Bubba, like, they're very clearly a very new Bubba. I posted that clip and I said, show love to baby killers. Because, like, what am I going to be like? This isn't a baby killer. I'm just making him look like a baby killer because I'm looping so tight. Like, no, this is very clearly a Bubba that's brand new to DBD. Or at least brand new to Bubba, you know? Because if you look at it like this, it's shaped like balls, right? And you can tickle the balls. And it's shaped like this, though. It's shaped like a heart. I wanted to 1v1 around it. I'm going to keep my eye out for the balls rock at all times now. We already had a cock and balls rock right here, but the other one was just balls rock. Oh, that's what I was thinking about doing next week. I was like, there's one that I was really hoping to do, and I couldn't remember. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. I couldn't remember until you said that. Anything from that director, but I couldn't remember which. Oh, Bong Joon-ho. Yeah. But Guillermo, that reminded me. I was like, oh yeah, Guillermo del Toro. Nurse Device playing as or against. Playing against, use shit like this and cut back to it, right? Because the nurse has to blink on the correct side of the rock, and especially this rock, right? Like if you're running past this and you see a nurse blink your pass, you run back to this, and if you're right here and you can see them blink to that side, you can run to this side right here. Then pretend you're running this way and then cut back this way and she blinks to that side, and now you can make it somewhere else, but she just missed 2 blinks and possibly a swing. Nurse is my favorite killer to play against in the entire game for that exact reason. I think she's the most balanced killer in the entire game for that reason. You don't need any pallets and you don't need any windows to still force 50-50s on the nurse. And she's also, like, the strongest killer in the game. That's why I think she's so balanced. We can get the 1v1 around Balls Rock. I want to get healed. I want to get healed. Hey, he's on controller, whatever survivor that is. Here. I'm gonna stand there in case. Oh my god. Why did he DC? The stagnant. What do you mean? I think all the frustrations in DBD can be or for me personally at least, are easily washed away if you just don't give a shit. Not like you, but like the player. I have a great time when I don't give a shit. When I start giving a shit, I start having a bad time because DBD is not balanced. DBD is balanced like Big Team Battle. I keep saying this, but I have a picture right here. Halo Big Team Battle. Because nobody says Halo wasn't competitive, but look at this shit. Look at this fucking picture. It's hilarious. I was like, this is what I mean by Big Team Battle. There's open. This picture here. Make it bigger. Just look at this shit, right? So this is me and my friends were playing. Move this over a little bit. And it was just 3 of us, right? And one of us wasn't even that sweaty, and the other 2 of us were pretty sweaty. Or me and Lemon were pretty sweaty, and Senior Suckle's not that sweaty, right? So look at this. It was just me, Lemon, or sorry, Senior Suckle, Lemon, and me, right? And we had 2 teammates not quit, and they had 1 kill and 13 deaths, and 4 kills and 18 deaths. Our 3 teammates that quit had 1 kill and 3 deaths, 0 and 2, and 0 and 0. They only had 1 kid quit, who went 2 and 3. So that 1 kid that quit had twice as many kills as our 3 that quit combined, right? So we were basically playing 3 versus 7, essentially, right? And it still didn't matter. We won 2-0. Senior Suckle had 20 kills. He was the one getting the bomb. He scored twice. Lemon had 50 kills and 14 deaths. And I had 74 kills and 11 deaths, right? Now, that was actually a very interesting match, right? Because it felt like we were constantly fighting like wave after wave of I almost said survivors, but of players, because it was like, holy shit, we're completely outnumbered, but we were obviously way more experienced and better players. And it's funny because with DBD, it's hard to even tell if someone's a better player or not. But in Halo, it's like, yes, you can. You're using the same weapon on the same map. You know what I mean? So it's very easy to tell if someone's a better player or not. DBD has so many what ifs and stuff like that. And RNG specifically, where it's like, who fucking knows? But the reason I say it like this is because if we even had one more player, or even Senior Suckle, if he was even sweaty, that would have been like a boring match, right? Now, like, if we go in with 5 of us that are all sweaty, like me, Lemon, and then 3 other players that were like mine and Lemon's level of experience, 5 of us, most of our matches are going to be boring. Now, but fun is subjective. But most of our matches, that's why we'd stop playing big team if we had like 5, we call them 50s, or 50 level, like a player that could get to level 50 and ranked. Hey, is it the copy pasta build? Yeah, first time today. Can't wait to do 8 totems. But that's why I think of it as like DBD, right? Because if you go in with a party of 5 is perfect, like, or even 6, 5 or 6. Where like you have enough players where most of your games are going to be complete washes and like boring. Where like most of the other team even quits because you're stomping them too hard. And then you're like spawn killing the same 3 people that didn't quit. And everybody in your team gets like 10 kills because there's nobody else to kill. And everybody was really good. So you're fighting each other for kills more than you're fighting the other team, basically. You know? Like, and that's just with 5 or 6 players. If you go, but the thing is, even with those 5 or 6 players, if you match a full team of 8, all 5 of you guys can be better than every player on that full team of 8. Doesn't matter. The beginning of the game, you go to top mid and you're 8 versus 5. You're outnumbered, even though all 5 of you are better than all 8 players on the other team. You're 8 versus 5. Now they have top mid. Now they have your sniper. Now that means they have both snipers now. Now they have rockets and laser, and since they have rockets and laser, they can constantly destroy your vehicles and or get inside them, and you can't destroy them because they have rockets and laser. And you can't do anything about it because you have 3 teammates having fun at a mongoose somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I think of it like DBD. It's like if you play to win every single game, you need an entire full party of 8. In big team battle, as I said, time to do this fucking thing 8 million times by the totally original totem build this killer thought of all on his own. Can't wait. But that's what I'm saying about DBD, right? So if you go in with any less than, in big team battle and comparing it to DBD, if you go in with any less than 8 players, you are running that risk of having an unwinnable game where there was literally just nothing you could do because they had 8 players and you did not. Even though your whole team of 5 or 6 was better than every player on the other team. Doesn't matter. They had 8 and you didn't. Like, that's why I think it's a good comparison to DBD. Personally. Because, like, it's not saying that big team battle can't be competitive. It's like it is. But you'd have to have 8 versus 8, and then when the fuck does that ever happen? I mean, it'll happen if you play in parties of 8. Like, you'd probably run into a full party of 8 once every, like, 2 or 3 days, basically. But that's the thing. I don't think all the boring matches are worth the few matches where they were competitive and stood a chance. I'd rather just lose unwinnable matches and not give a shit, and then have fun playing more interesting matches more often. Oh, I'm running the wrong way. I thought it was coming from this way. Here he is, just relighting totems. What an original build. Yep. Hey, Thrill of Hunt's gone. That's the biggest pain in the ass. Yeah, I'm not going to stream on Thursday or Friday because I just don't want to play games. I've been playing too much DBD. I am going to talk to somebody. Somebody wanted to talk, Kovo Kava's friend wanted to talk about like some solo queue stuff and helping people get better at solo queue, and I was like, sure. I was like, I'm not playing though. We're going to do that on Friday. The good thing about this build is once Thrill of Hunt's gone, you do get a lot of blood points from cleansing the totems. Yeah, you tunnel that first survivor running this dumbass build. That'll prove how big your PP is. I mean, it really will, to be fair. Aw, damn. Hey, what's up, Mr. Chadula? That's a good name. No problem. I wanted to make more guides. I was actually going to make a perk video this weekend called the first build every survivor should run in DBD. Kindred Deja Vu will make it in Resilience. We just got another clip today, actually. Plus, none of those perks. I mean, the big thing is, I did spend the blood points too, but I got bad RNG. In Kindred, I didn't even find in my blood web until like blood web level 47 or something. It was the worst luck. It was like the very last perk. I had almost every other perk at tier 3, and I hadn't even seen Kindred yet. I'm like, well, that can happen, so it's a good lesson. So I was kind of hoping to be able to get all 4 perks in the blood web, at least at tier 1, by just the 450k blood points. But that did not happen, unfortunately. But it is possible. And that's the thing, is technically you could actually get that build without even playing a single game. You just do the tutorial, get your points from the shop, blood points, and then that's it. Spend some blood points and see if you can get the build. New Buzz Lightyear build, literally still in the box. You don't even need to level up a single survivor. And do it as is. Oh, deputy badge. Never saw it coming. Damn, you still have 3 gens get done against a bunch of solo queues, huh? This dead mouse. Oh my god, time is flying by. We've been live for 2 hours already. Everyone, thank you so much. I'm not ending the stream. I'm going to be playing for like another hour. But it's just such a privilege to have friends to hang out with and talk to. I thought we'd been live for like an hour. I look over, I'm like, holy shit. Time flies when you're having fun. A lot of it's because of you guys having friends to hang out with. That's what I thank you so much. Movie Monday has literally been something I look forward to all week. Like, I can't wait for Monday. We're gonna watch an amazing movie. Hey. Over there. Wait, no, where are they down at? Oh, you run that way. I'll take this shit. He's just camping here waiting for me to touch it. Oh my god, never saw it coming. That's what I mean by complete skill. Isn't this such a skillful big PP build? That didn't let 4 gens get done against a bunch of solo queues, huh? I bet standing there watching 2 generators was just thrilling for you, Jason. Oh, come on. Can't even win a 1v1 at the fucking plant. Aw, I thought there was gonna hoping they were reset. But they were not reset yet. Still trying to think of other movies we can do for Movie Monday. There's tons, but I'm like, I want to have like something where every time I think, I'm like, we haven't watched these bunch yet. Oh yeah, Chinatown. So the thing about Chinatown, where I was like, I wish I did know this beforehand, but I thought it was like remarkable. Not because I'm brilliant, obviously, or anything like that, but I just didn't even realize it. And I'm like, how did they pull that off? I wasn't even thinking about that. But Jack Nicholson's a private investigator. And Jack Nicholson is in every single scene in the movie. That's what I mean by I didn't even realize that until someone told it to me. Well, not like someone. I read it online and it said Jack Nicholson, who is in every single scene in the movie. So all we get is his point of view. So you're just supposed to be trying to put together the investigation yourself as well. That is a great fucking movie. With also like one of the most famous movie quotes. What does he say? Get out of here, Jake. That's Chinatown. Or forget it, Jake. It's Chinatown. That's what he says. Alright, well, none of the gens, and we're not getting healed. At this point, I almost just want to sit on a gen until I get hit. It's a deputy badge for the next fucking 15 minutes. Look at this shit. Holy fuck, this build is brainless. I usually think it's Survivor Main's playing this shit. Survivor Main's like, I play killer. Plays Jason with this dumbass build. Just to circle around generators for 14 straight minutes. And he has projectiles, so he literally cannot sit there and wait. Why don't you play the 50-50 at the window? We can't. He has a projectile. This is what I mean by small dick. Circling generators, kicking them for 15 straight minutes. That's what I said. This is Survivor Main playing this shit. This ain't no Killer Main. Killer Main get bored as fuck doing this dumbass shit. This new update? I think the update... I don't know when the new update's coming. This is also why I tell people not to use the strong shit, so you end up in the right MMR. If you end up in the highest MMR without running this shit, then you actually, it's time to use it. But you end up in the wrong MMR if you're using this dumbass shit. Killer can be the worst player in the entire lobby and kill 4 solo queues if they have no idea what they're doing, but just running the dumbass shit. Same way Survivors can with Swifts. Survivors, all 4 Survivors can be worse than the Killer, but they all had second chance perks and on communications. Alright, yeah, I kind of want to... Oh my god, I was caught out of position. No way. Oh my god. Yeah, she wants out too. She said, fuck this shit. You're shaking your head, kid? Oh, come on. You're the one with the small dick. Running the Buzz Lightyear build. And we're shaking your head at a bunch of solo queues. Hag auto attack, which is Hag? You talking about scroll wheel Hag? We're close. Nice. Because I want to do Movie Monday started at 8. That's when I want to start it. So we got like another hour's worth of playing. We can definitely get... I feel like in an hour, definitely get there. Who's the best attack? Nurse. I'd say at least. But it also depends. I remember somebody saying, what's the hardest killer to, like, loop? I was like, well, if they're using their power, I was like, technically Oni, right? Myers is up there now if you don't throw pallets. I feel like with his power, a lot of times you kind of actually have to throw pallets. With the distance it covers. Completely counterable by throwing pallets, but there's a lot of scenarios playing against Myers where I'm like, I don't think this is possible to not throw the pallet. Not every scenario. There's definitely times where you can, like, mind game the killer and then they try to double back and hit you around that way, but you already left. But when you're just, like, at a loop where you can see them, there's definitely times where, like, we could have easily thrown that pallet, but I don't think we could have positioned any better. And, you know. Has to keep his win streak going. I know, win streaks mean so much. It's a huge accomplishment beating that many solo queues in a row. Although that's not what makes win streaks impressive, to be fair. All trash talk aside. Because you definitely run into really fucking strong Swifts in the win streaks. That's what makes it impressive, but... That's what we were talking about with the big team battle thing. That's why, like, somebody asked me if a killer, since all my killers are going to be P10 and have a great amount of add-ons, and while I'm playing them, I can spend more blood points on them, so essentially I could have great add-ons for, like, you know, a long time, even on non-P100 killers. But I just don't like playing that way because of the boring matches. That's where I brought up that picture on Big Team Battle. There was only 3 of us, and only 2 of us were really sweaty. And my friend had 50 kills, and I had 74. We were both 50s, though. Senior Suckle wasn't a 50. He was like a 42 or something. But that's the thing. If you go in with a full party of 8, a great majority of your matches are going to be boring as fuck. But you will stand a chance in the matches where you played against a full party of 8. But those boring-ass matches, I feel like are... It turns into, like, the majority of the matches are boring, and the interesting matches are few. Now, that's the thing. So you literally have to have 8 players to play DBD at a high... play Big Team Battle at a high level, because it can be played at a high level. It's completely different than, like, MLG was and stuff like that, but there's definitely... I was like, can you please just fucking... Oh, she had Sprint Burst. That's why you're holding me up. I'm gonna get hit because of her trying to save fucking Sprint Burst. Literally. Thank you, teammate. It's like, just fucking run, bruh. You literally got me hit because of you wanted to save your Sprint Burst. You have Mother-Daughter Ring too, huh? I can literally tell your add-ons by how much ground you're covering. She has Mother-Daughter Ring and Cherry Blossom. This is Spirit on easy mode, actually. Because people say Spirit's really easy to play, and I completely disagree. Spirit's only easy to play if you're running these 2 add-ons. So what the 2 add-ons do is Mother-Daughter Ring gives you, like, the most speed boost. It's like 25% faster. Like, the phase is 25% faster. But you don't see scratch marks. But Cherry Blossom is what helps with that, because what Cherry Blossom does is when you're close to the survivor, you get killer instinct, so you see exactly where they are. Because people are always like, Spirit's easy to play, you just need a good pair of headphones. And I'm like, the DBD sound is nowhere near accurate enough to make Spirit easy to play. That's just my opinion. But if you're running these 2 add-ons, then yes, Spirit's very easy to play. Because Mother-Daughter Ring also helps you cover more distance, so not only does it help you in chase, but it helps you with cross-map pressure, getting back to a gen. It's also the funny thing about this add-on is when people talk about how strong or weak Spirit is, It's like one of those add-ons that does make her a lot stronger. It's one of the things that make Killer tier list so damn hard. Like, Willis Killer fucking sucks, but with this, like, one particular set of add-ons, they're pretty good. You're talking about that with, like, Jason, right? Like, I think Jason's, like, B+ tier, but when he's running that Buzz Lightyear build, then he's, like, A tier. Probably higher A. I don't even want to say, like, top 7 or anything, but... probably, like, top 10, maybe, if he's running that one build. But it's literally just the one build, and it's literally just because his power works so well with just pushing people off gens and pushing people off the same exact totems over and over. Hey, what's up, Muha? How you doing? Man, I cannot wait for Movie Monday. It's become like my favorite day of the week. Love watching great movies. All these great movies I haven't seen in a while. Sinners is the one I've seen most recently, but I saw that... when did I see Sinners? Like January, I want to say. But these other movies I watched, I haven't watched in at least like 2 years. I hadn't actually sat down and watched Grand Budapest, like the whole thing, in at least 2 years. Because I go back to it and watch parts of it a lot. Whenever I'm like, is this still my favorite movie after you watch a few great movies again? And when I go back, I'm like, yes. That one and Amadeus, I can never decide. But Grand Budapest Hotel and Amadeus, those two movies are fucking spectacular. I was about to say, I was like, why did I not see the aura on my screen? Where's the Hook Survivor? I got him off, but... that's because they were in plain view. It happens when you're playing Killer a lot. You pick up a Survivor, you're looking for a hook. Where the fuck are my hooks? But there's one, like, in plain view, so it's not showing you the aura. But, like, it blends in with the environment, and you're like, dude, where the fuck are the hooks at? That's the problem with making Kindred base kit for solo queue, is Swifts will get help from that, too. It's almost impossible to buff solo queue without helping Swifts, and Swifts are already unbalanced. They get like 25 perks for free. And there's so much stuff in the game that killers like can't use at all unless it's against solo queue. Like undetectable builds, those are really fun to play against. You get jump scared and shit like that, that's awesome. It makes you feel like a noob again. But if you're playing on a Swift, then they're just like, oh, he's coming this way. See how she's not falling for literally any trick, no double back? That's how you know it's which add-ons they are. She just has super speed and, what's it called? Killer Instinct. Yeah, it's a good idea. Base kit buff should be taken away by endgame collapse. I'm on the fence. I've heard people, and I was for it, and then I saw one argument, and I'm like, I didn't think about that. When they were talking about once the endgame collapses started, killers should be able to abandon, and I was 100% for that. Until I saw one argument, and I'm like, oh, that's a good point. Because there's like tomes and stuff like that, where you have to escape through the exit gates, but it's designated that way so that hatch doesn't count. It wants you to actually open the gates and escape, you know? And that's what I had, and I was like, yeah, pretty much every single killer would abandon once they were like, oh, okay, this is over. That was the only thing I thought. It's the same reason for slugging for the 4K, right? I love talking trash about it, but every now and then it's just for a challenge. It's not for, like, ego. It could be for a tome, or it could be for adept. I mean, you can tell when it's adept, because you can be like, oh, they have this perk, and that's not that killer's perk, you know? But there are definitely tomes where it's kill 4 survivors, must complete this in a single trial. Hey, you too, Jason. Thanks for hanging out, mate. Do you think Ghostface can be A tier MLT with the strongest stuff? I feel like he can with the strongest stuff on the right map, but that's why I think of Ghostface as being like the weakest killer in the game. Back when there was map offerings, I'd agree with you. But I'm like, what can Ghostface make that would be like OP on something like for himself? Not OP, obviously, you know what I mean? A tier. So to be able to contend with like non-sweating Swifts. That's why I feel like you have to compete with Swifts that are like just not super sweating, but they're just Swifting. Because we get a bunch of advantages, but I'm not talking about Swifts that are like clock calling out like it's comp, you know? Still gets 25 perks for free by being on comms. Not make the team play. It'd probably get me killed though. Dude, is Donald Glover okay? I remember he was having some health issues. Oh, this is already used. Well, that is unfortunate. Oh, yeah, she has the killer instinct. No, she doesn't. Maybe she's not wearing a cherry blossom. Although she could have just gotten not close enough. Now I actually want to see the build in the end game. Alright, I'm getting hit here though. At least they'll have momentum going. The right direction. Aw. I was like, the only thing that save us is if we have a jungle gym with the window facing this way. At least she got out though. Not the obsession. So you banning because you don't get any extra blood points. Oh, but I still have to wait. I want to see if it was cherry blossom. If it wasn't cherry blossom, then it was just cracked spirit. The first few chases. I got like no blood points. God damn, I didn't do shit. Cher was carrying, it appears. It wasn't. It was just cracked spirit. Good shit. I better take back everything I had said during that match. I wasn't even talking trash, but... What a bloody idiot I am. Pathetic fool. Goddamn selfish bastard. This is disgraceful and it's beneath the standards of the Grand Budapest. I apologize on behalf of the hotel. Don't make excuses for me. Hey, some people that was there on that movie Monday has seen that movie now. This is what I mean by I quote this movie. That's my favorite movie character of all time. Monsieur Gustave. Especially when you like rewatch the movie. He just gets better every fucking time I watch that movie. And he's a true friend of that woman. The one that gets killed. Brutally honest. That's the best thing you can do as a friend. He says that in Almost Famous as well when he's telling them. He's like, if you want to be their friend, you got to be or what does he say? Honest and unmerciful. That's what he says. He's like, if you really want to be their friend, you got to be honest and unmerciful. Because he's like trying to be a music critic or a journalist, and he's like hanging out with the band. And he's like talking to his mentor, who is Philip Seymour Hoffman, that's mentoring him. And he's the one that says that. Because if he doesn't like some of the music or this and that, he's like, if you want to be their real friend, you got to be honest and unmerciful. But that's what he says right in the beginning. Not right in the beginning of the movie, because it's probably actually like 20 minutes in the movie, maybe 15 in the movie. But he's like talking to this woman that's about to leave the hotel, and as he like takes her hand, he's like, "Oh dear God!" She's like, "What happened?" He's like, "What is that like diabolical varnish?" And she's like, "What?" He's like, "The color is completely wrong." And she's like, "What? You don't like it?" Well, it's not that I don't like it. I'm physically repulsed. I'm like, that's a true friend right there. And she loves him. She actually loves. He's like the only one she loves, which is funny, with no context. To like, it paints a much different picture with no context. That's funny. Oh my god, it's Henry. Yes, because it's so deserved what he says to, like, when he's saying that, he's not just being like, what's the word? Like overly apologetic. It's like, no, he was saying some stupid shit. And it's funny how Zero even says that, like, when he apologized, it's okay, I know you were just upset because I forgot the perfume. Because remember, it was like 4 things in a row. Like, we asked around, but there was nothing. Then he couldn't talk to somebody because it was too risky. And then this thing couldn't happen because, like, something else happened. And then the one only thing that, like, didn't have it. And he's like, can I have a squirt of Lait d'Air Panache? And he's like, I forgot the Lait d'Air Panache. You forgot the Lait d'Air Panache? That's like the straw that broke the camel's back, as they say. And he goes off on this thing just like ranting at him. I mean, he's like, it's okay, you were just upset. Once he's apologizing, but I love how when he was wrong, he immediately said it. That's like one of the things that makes him one of my favorite movie character. Is immediately. He didn't have to go through like months worth of like before working up to apologize. That takes too much. That just means it's too much pride and ego and stuff. It was like immediate. Oh, well, I better take back everything I just said. Like just immediately. And I'm like, dude, that's how it should be, man. I know it's a fictional character, but goddamn, I love Monsieur Gustave. And he's hilarious. Just genuinely. It's one of the reasons I wanted to watch Fargo, and I was like, we gotta do that for a movie Monday, because the sheriff that, I can't remember her name actually, because I haven't seen it in a few years, but the sheriff that Frances McDormand plays, I think she won the Oscar for that movie actually, for that character, the sheriff. And she doesn't even enter the movie in for like the first half hour. But she's one of my favorite all-time movie characters. Oh god. For some reason I didn't think we were in the thing. I wonder if he has the aura reading. Oh no. It couldn't be, because I was still in chase. He's got lucky. It could be though. It could be he could have hooked somebody on a score check as well. I'm just trying to think for the future. It's always fun being brutally honest. Yep. And it's extra funny when people get mad at you for it. Now there's a difference between being brutally honest and being honest to be brutal though. There's definitely times people already know stuff and there's no point to go harp on somebody just to be, I'm being honest, you know what I mean? There is a difference. Like, take someone, you know what I mean? You go up to someone and be like, hey, your dad died. You know what I mean? And it's like, I'm just being honest, you know what I mean? That's why I'm like, okay, there's... That's what I mean, like... I know it's like an extreme example, but... An extreme example is always the, like, easiest one to point to. I'm gonna get found. This is gonna be bad. Should have ran further away. And then go back and do my plaything. This is the first movie for Movie Monday where I haven't really said anything about Parasite. But that's why it's the only movie I've ever seen where I don't want to say anything about it. This is the movie that piqued my movie interest. Where I was like, holy fuck, what an amazing movie. I was like, I need to see more movies. Yeah, self-deprecating, exactly. Making fun of yourself or something. Yeah, everybody hooked. You got an endgame build? That'd be hilarious. He's like, I was too far ahead. I want to get value out of this endgame build. I haven't dodged a single attack yet. There we go. I knew he'd get lucky at some point, or he'd stop getting lucky, because it's kind of both. That is why he's not my favorite killer to play against. But it's really because whenever I load into a map, there's a bunch of tiles that get really excited to be able to run. Come on, M1 me. Yeah, nerd. Yay. We are bushing them. The calamity takes its way to the inside. Man, extra lucky now. Oh, it says it's on red bar. I hope that wasn't affecting anything just there. Survivors get annoyed by red bar, but it hurts the killer more than it hurts the survivor. Because the killer is always chasing somebody. Survivor, it's only going to affect you like a fourth of the game when you're in chase. It doesn't matter how much you're lagging if you're just sitting on a gen, you know? It also doesn't matter how much the killer's lagging when you're just sitting on a gen. Aw. That sucks. I literally think that might have been an actual disconnect, not a rage quit. Because we saw him go to red bar and he was way ahead in the match. I literally think that was an actual, like, lag out. Alright, I want to get to another million to get Shane another prestige. And then we're gonna end the stream. And then Movie Monday starts at 8 in the Discord. I'm excited as fuck. This has become my favorite day of the week. I think I want to do Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio next week. I think that's the best Pinocchio. Plus, we haven't watched anything where I feel like we need tissues. I'm not spoiling Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, but that movie made me weep. Holy shit. See, Grave of the Fireflies made me weep, but that's like a straight up like sad weeping. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio made me weep because it was like one of the most beautiful things I'd ever seen. Like a beautiful outlook on life in general. How that movie ends. I know it's just like, and the movie is just like incredible because it took 12 years to make because they did the claymation. It's a claymation Pinocchio. And because of that, they had to do like every single thing by hand because they did it old style. And a lot of studios would start doing it, but then it was taking too long, so the studio would drop it. Then another studio would pick it up, but then it was taking too long, so they drop it. And then Netflix eventually picked it up at like I don't know, 8 years in or 7 years in, and they Netflix was just like, yeah, whenever it's done, basically. But like, feels like nobody's seen that movie, and that's what's really sad about it. Oh, you didn't respect enough. Because that is legitimately like one of the most beautiful movies I've ever seen. Yeah. 1v1. Didn't work this time. But Grave of the Fireflies, that's the thing. It's like Schindler's List. Like, we talked about Schindler's List as well. It's like, we could do that one, because apparently that one's not really, like, streaming anywhere. Because I brought that one, and even that one, it said blocked in country. And I was like, man, that one's really important. Like, both of those are movies, like, everyone should watch at some point. But I don't know if we would do it at least this summer for Movie Monday. We can do like one super sad movie. But I was thinking of like trying to keep it different from the movies we've seen. That's why I was like, probably Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. That's another 10 out of 10. We're watching Parasite tonight, which is also a 10 out of 10. These are some great fucking movies. Oh my god. Ooh, there it is. You see that commercial where they were saying scoop? There it is. And they had like bowls of ice cream. It was actually tag team too. Yes, Korean. Yeah, it's a Korean movie. Oh my god, faceplant. Nerd. I was like, come on. You get another vault? Yes, we can. Oh, I thought we got it out of chase. I pressed shift like a second too early. That's sad. Ooh, Z-wall. Aw. Jump to the other side of Z-wall. Yeah, that's the thing. They are beautifully shot, but I didn't even think about it being shot in that movie because it's all claymation. It's seriously the most detailed claymation I've ever seen. Like with Tim Burton movies and stuff like that.
Good stuff. Thanks.
He's coming back. Not coming back. Interesting. Boulder the Sheridan. See, Boulder the Sheridan is, in my opinion, there's a lot of perks like this, but probably the prime example of what should be a solo queue perk, but doesn't do much good in solo queue and is overpowered on Swift. Because it's undeniable, well, at least in my opinion, undeniably overpowered on Swift, but solo queue feels like what Shoulder the Burden was actually made for. Because in solo queue, since you can't communicate, the killer can just find like one weak player. Like the other three survivors in the lobby can be much better players than the killer technically. But if the killer finds that one weak player in the lobby in solo queue, like what are they going to do to help it? Body blocking is 10 times harder, like with no communications. That's why I'm like, this sounds like a solo queue perk. But when you're on communications, you get like 25 perks for free. That's why that shit's overpowered as fuck. But if the killer finds one weak link in solo queue and they just tunnel them out, nothing the rest of them can do, because now Survivor's dead. But everything works against solo queue, though. Solo queue is what brings balance to the force. That is Swift. Dead 7. I've never heard of any of the deads. I usually need a palate cleanser after a sad movie. I just usually like to discuss it. Amazing song. Warning though, this song is death metal. Well, the beginning of it is. That's why I love Opeth. The most beautiful parts of the song are the slow parts and the melancholy sounding parts. But the death metal's fucking amazing too. That's why I love them so much. Pain Res and Deadlock, no way. You don't see that every game. Oh, they unhooked right away. Why did he jump in a locker? You think he was trying to vault the window? Pallet is thrown, but good use. Because he's trying to get that last pain res. You see how shoulder the burden is the only reason this game was a complete wash? That's for solo queue. Now, if we're all on communications, we'll have 25 perks for free, and then there's shoulder the burden. What the fuck is a killer supposed to do against that shit? There's like nothing a killer can do. It's completely unbalanced. Because there's like a big discussion around shoulder the burden right now, led by my friend Blue Dream. We could have 4 survivors with shoulder the burden currently in solo queue and still lose. But that's what I mean by solo queue is what brings balance to the force. Because Swift is unbalanced as fuck, but how are you gonna, if you try to punish or nerf Swifts in certain ways, they'll just stop playing. And the survivor population is much harder to rebuild. Because you have to try to bribe people to run in circles, essentially. That's why you get like ridiculously overpowered perks. The bribe perks. Then if killer queue times are bad, it'd be like, hey, release really cool killer. Like Ghoul, you know? Swing around like Spider-Man. And killer queue times then suck for 6 months. But any of those perks that they bring out, especially the bribe perks for solo queues, but Swifts already get 25 perks for free, and then they can just equip a bribe or a bunch of bribe perks on top of it. That shit is unbalanced. Unless you're playing Nurse, right? Like, that's the answer. Or Blight. Jake is on Deathhook, right? Hey, Kaz, what's going on? I'm gonna go follow Kaz. Kaz is awesome peeps. And breathe me away round your thin white neck and draws me a line. This dying wreck, this moment is mine. Hey, come take the hit. Did he run the right way? I can't. I guess, why not? What are we gonna do, teleport here? It's like what we want him to do. So why does he teleport on the inside of the map, bro? Was that enough? No, it wasn't. No, dude, it was so close. We should have gone farther on the inside. But I didn't think that you'd teleport on the inside. It's the exit gate. What the fuck? I didn't even know that was possible. What is that RNG? It'd be like doing the box near Pinhead or near the exit gate and it spawns him in front of you in the pin. It's like, what? The fuck is that RNG? Alright, 7:06. I definitely have time for another game or two. Help me cure you. Atone for all you've done. Help me leave you. All days are gone. This is what I mean by the song had death metal, but the best parts of the slow are parts that sound melancholy. Oh, for when I'm bored of cake grinding. Yep, that's what I've been doing, that cake grinding. That's what I mean by this song is good. Breath comes out white claws with your lies and filters through me. The final word. You're staring right past me in dismay. A liquid seeps from your chest and breathes me away. Pulls round your thin white neck and draws me a line. This dying wreck, this moment is when night falls again, taking what's left of me. Has increased from all the Jasons. What's up, Damn? What's up, Damn, y'all? Every other killer, yeah. That's what I've been calling it, Buzz Lightyear. That build. You know that, I made a post about it on Twitter with the meme. It was like Jason Hex Totem build, and it was like the one thing, and then it shows back with like all the Buzz Lightyears in the boxes, and it was like DBD pubs right now. I posted that shit on Twitter. You go to the meme generator or whatever, and it lets you put in the text. And just do it right there. Hey, grazing in the grass. Turn this shit up. Holy gen speed. There he has a teammate there. I was like, is this 5-gen run happening? Aw, I was like, here is a teammate there. Maybe I can run and get this gen done first. Help the 5-gen run. Oh my god, I got saved by the teammate. Oh my god. I looked at the progress bar and I thought I wouldn't be able to, I wouldn't even need to hit the skill check, so I was like, oh, I won't touch it. That was dumb. Of me. Fucking dumbass. But I looked at the progress bar, I looked 99, and I was like, I won't even have to hit that skill check. Yes, I did. Dumbass. Hey, what's up, Witchy? Everybody go follow Witchy. Witchy's gonna be partner soon. And Witchy's just amazing peeps. Witchy is a great artist as well. Made our new ASAB banner and picture. What are you doing? Does he have DS or some shit? Oh, yeah, DS is activated. Deactivated in game. Bro, he did that to his own damn self. Does he want a flashlight save or something? The fuck are you doing? Bloodborne would be hilarious. Oh my god, you're one of those survivors, huh? Oh my god. Have you ever heard the saying, the first thing one gives up once becoming wise is showing off? Don't know why that like suddenly popped up in my head there. Not because I came up with it. I've read that before. I don't remember where I read it, but I was like, that's a great quote. The first thing one gives up when becoming wise is showing off. So basically, once you get smart, you stop showing off. Or you could also, the saying, act like you've been there before, sonny. I don't look at it as jinxing it. I'm speaking it into existence. And then I'm going to take all the credit because I spoke it into existence. I'm going to be like, I was the reason. It was because I said it. It wasn't the hard work that Witchy Babe's putting in. It was because I spoke it into existence. I deserve all the credit, 100%. On that same note, though, I say the same thing about being a full-time content creator. I don't want to say when, because I don't want to jinx it. So I say if and when. If and when I get to become a full-time content creator. He's like, you got to speak it into existence, but you don't want to jinx it either. So I'm trying to have my cake and eat it too by saying both. If and when. Yeah, they gotta know. They gotta know who actually put the hard work in. It was me. Forming a sentence of words was more valuable than hours and hours of free stream time. Feeling close enough. She'll swing here, but well, I had a horrible pathing. This was a different jungle gym than it was. I'm not gonna make this now thing. It's gonna be close. Just barely. Went down that way. Hey, another one. Let's go. Back to the window. No, I tried to double back. I should have double backed before. I don't think I was gonna make that window. Hey, what's up, Dress? We got some fucking legends in here. Dress was live earlier. Dress is one of my favorite streamers as well. We were talking about Dress the other day. Like, what was that? Friday or Thursday? I went in detail. I was talking about how you. I think of you as the Gordon Ramsay. I was like extremely, extremely competent, extremely hilarious trash talk, and also a genuinely good guy. But I remember talking about, I was like, this guy like shits on people with fucking pig, and it's hilarious. Especially hilarious watching survivors lose their mind after getting shit on by pig that bad. And I know solo queues type salt, especially now they get more salt from solo queues now that you can type and then leave an endgame chat, but I swear it's always the Swifts that get more salty. So that's usually what I think when you're getting salt. It just makes it even funnier. Salt tastes great. But usually when I see salt, I'm like, oh, Swift salty, huh? Oh, those 25 extra perks you had by being on communications wasn't enough? Aw. That's not how he talks trash. That's how I talk trash. But, oh my god. Got me using perks again. Look at this. Working on a build video. The first build survivors should run. Because they're all common perks and you can, like... In theory, you could get them in the blood web before even having to play a game if you do the tutorial and shit like that. Run this way. Where's she hooked up? Alright, yeah, we were on right. Let's keep this way. Loop, hey, can we get... aw. I was like, loop the cock and balls tree. It's fun to get like 1 or 2 extra loops out of the cock and balls tree. Can you make it? Gotta give the spirit the cock and balls. Ah, messed up. Damn it. Go back to the cock and balls. Yeah, cock and balls rock value. Aw. I won't make it now. I thought she double backed, but it was just the thingy. It's funny. She swung where we went down. It looked like we could have thrown that pallet, but I do not think we could have. I think she wanted to get the pallet and the swing. With the short swing, because if I threw that pallet, I probably would have gotten hit and should have got the pallet. Because it wasn't close. That's why I was like, I should not have been that far. I was like, I was probably trying to get both. Might as well, you know. Fogwise. Which one's Fogwise? A great skill check sees killer ore. I forgot about that. That's amazing for solo queue. This is what I mean by there's a lot of great perks that, like, why solo queue is important. I usually talk about, like, the killer having not ore reading perks. Like, oblivious or undetectable perks and builds. And they're completely useless if you're on Swift because you can just call out where the killer is. When you're playing in solo queue, you'll get the shit scared out of you and it's fun. Is better than any killer perk. For Swift, you talking about? I hadn't even thought about how strong that is, but for Swift, that's incredibly strong, because then everybody can always see where the killer is pretty much the entire time. If one survivor has Fogwise, every survivor has Fogwise on Swift. Oh, shit. You know what's funny you were saying about that as well is, like, this build, just by running Kindred, I feel like I get chased less because I'm in position more. You almost never get caught out of position. You still do, but... It was like a side thing I didn't really realize. I need to turn this down a little bit. This song is loud as fuck. Awesome song, though. Was Spies the Crows one? Because I remember when I was doing no perks, no add-ons killer, I was like, if I had run one perk, it'd be Spies. Because the thing that bothered me the most when playing killer was like when you get a bunch of survivors, especially when you'd be on the last two survivors, and they're trying to wait each other out for hatch, so you're just walking around for 5 fucking minutes finding no one, because they're both trying to wait each other out for hatch. I remember thinking, if I could have just one perk, just one on killer, I was only allowed to run one. I was like, Spies would be nice. It's not super strong or anything like that. It's just like, a lot of other perks work good in a build. Like, if you're gonna have one perk and it'd be like pain res, you know? It's like you'll get a little slowdown, but you kind of need more than that. Had to turn it down a little bit. Got to my least favorite part of the song. It's actually the first solo. Every single Slayer song has a part of the song where I'm like, I don't like this part much. I don't like this part that much either. Sounds better than it is to play, but I actually just hate playing this part on Clone Hero because it's tedious as fuck. Also, enter play. Sorry, I missed that. Thanks for the follow, mate. Banana. Banana. And this part I don't like much again. And then it goes back to the good part again. Use the med kit, fuck it. What the fuck? Thank you, frame rate. Damn it. Yeah, this song is really good though. This has one of my all-time favorite ends to any metal song. The end of this song is like fucking cinema. Listen to this shit. Brings back the very beginning fast strumming. God damn. That is like ending with a bang. Bow, bow, bow. Yeah. That was some Kate Cudi. No, 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 no. Na 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 na. I'm getting killed. I'm in a dead zone. Might as well embrace it. I got a pallet over there, but ain't nothing. Well, over there too, but once again, I already had it zoned out. I'm not making either. Fuck that. I'ma do just what I want. Looking out here, no turning back. If I fall, if I die, no one live to tell the fullest. If I fall, if I die, no one live than missing bullets. Everything that's shining always cannot be golden. I'll be fine. Oh, it's 7:27 already. I don't know if I could squeeze in another game and then get food and shit and be ready by 8. I guess I will play a little Guitar Hero. Good shit. You see, I was saying how we weren't in chase much that game because you could kind of avoid the killer and be in good position pretty much every time. We're having some fun when we were looping the cock and balls tree, but I feel like I literally get in less chases if I'm playing correctly, you know, using Kindred, because you always see where the killer goes after hook. But it does help the team out a lot, obviously. That's why I want to go back and forth between no perks and running this build. So, you want to hear something hilarious? I've been, like, playing way too much DBD recently because I've been cake grinding. Like, on the weekend, like, after Movie Monday, I'm going to take a shower and then eat and then play some games before I go to sleep. Maybe even play some games before shower. Maybe shower will be the last thing I do before I go to bed. Maybe take a shower and then squeeze in, like, 3 more after the shower, right? But this is why, right? So I got this many cakes on Shane. Shane's already a P38. This many cakes on Arella. Now, all my killers, because I've been doing the tomes, right? I've been doing Survivor tomes. Or for a total, okay. And I got through most of them, but now I'm going into doing ones I missed, like Fall from Great Height 6 times and shit like this. And then I want to do the killer tomes. And now the fun thing about doing the killer tomes is because they give you something to play for besides just play. And I get to be learning all these killers, but almost all these killers I've never used any perks or add-ons on. But now, from spending last year to this year while I was doing the Survivor tomes, I was just piling stuff. So, like, I can try a killer that I've never used perks or add-ons on, right? And they can have, like, whatever they want, right? So it's like, okay, I got 51 Eerie buttons. If it's like, Legion's only good with Eerie button, it's like, well, I got 51 of them. And we have 123 cakes to get double blood points. But that's kind of what I want to do. I want to fuck around with, like, not as good shit. Like, or like, out what you were just saying about out there builds, because when it comes to winning, you actually just can't use that. I mean, you can't against solo queues, but anything works against solo queues, you know? That's why solo queue brings balance to the force. That is Swift. Feels like Swift is the force. But, like, when I'm fucking around with shit, that's why I'm just going to be like, I'll consider myself a noob to whichever killer I'm playing until I've gotten through the cakes, because that's like 100 plus games. When you think about it, like 100 games on a killer, that's only like 25 hours, like 4 games an hour. And when you think about 25 hours, you're like, yeah, that's not really that much, you know? Even though it's like 100 games on every killer, and it's like, yeah, but I'll get double blood points while being able to fuck around on trying different shit out before I'm like, okay, I know what I'm doing now. Now I can play to win. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I have a good idea of, like, the this and that. But it's going to be really fun because exactly that. Springtrap is always going to be my warm-up killer because he has 4,800 cakes from last year. I'm going to... If I can get the cross progression to work, because that's what I'm going to try to do, and if I can get it to really work, I should have like 117 million blood points coming from Epic Games, from Xbox, and from Nintendo Switch. My Switch has 75 million, and the other two are kind of just from the new 15 million from the 10 and the 5 code, right? So it's really like an extra 32, really, because I've been doing the login words on those as well. And then if I can get that to work, then Shane's going to be P100. All the other survivors that I have blood points spent on are probably going to get like an extra 6 prestiges, so that's like 300 cakes on each one of them. Shane is going to have like 4,500 or something like that once he gets to P100. And Arella has like 600. And then all my killers have like the 135-ish on average, I'd say, because killers are going to have more. But I want to dump like 10 prestiges into Nemesis, because that's the killer I've played the most. I have like 1,800 games on Nemesis or something, whatever the website said. And I want to dump a bunch into the new Vecna, because the reason I like Nemesis is you can take pot shots all the time. Like, even when they're up in your face, it's an easy M1, obviously, but I like trying to hit them with the whip anyway. It makes it more fun for me personally. And the same with this guy. I was like, hey, I can do that, and it's like extra useful. I mean, it's extra useful with Vecna too, because when you want to infect somebody and they're like purposely running at you to make it harder, like then you're already used to it. You're like, huh, get infected, nerd. But same with this killer. So this killer I'm gonna dump like if I can get the cross progression to work, I'm gonna dump like 10 prestiges into him as well. So he has like an extra 500 cakes, and Nemesis has an extra 500. So, and then all the other kills I can experiment on. But when I'm like, all right, now I want to play fuck around on one of the two killers, But all said and done, I did the math because, like Nurse got an extra prestige but has 125 cakes, right? And then also has the extra 50 really because it says 49, but you have an extra blood web cake right here. So that's what I mean by it's probably 135 on average, but 135 times 42 was, I remember, was like 6,000 or something like that. And then I added like this one, and I have over 10,000 cakes all on killer basically. And that's before even pouring the extra cakes into Vecna and Nemesis, right? And then my survivors are gonna have like 7-ish thousand cakes. But that's the thing. It's like, but you're a survivor main. It's like, yes, I am, but at the same time, killers like are different killers. Survivor's always survivor. Plus, I'm gonna be playing more killer this year. I don't know about more killer than survivor, but I'm gonna be playing a lot more killer because I want to do the killer tomes. Survivor tomes took fucking forever. I didn't think they would take a whole fucking year. Thought I'd be doing the killer tomes by now already, but it is gonna be extra cool though that all my killers are gonna be like P10, and then I'm starting killer tomes and playing killer for the first time. Because I heard when you hack an account, all your survivors and killers are at P10, so it'd be like I'm basically starting like a hacked account where I have. I mean, to be fair, it's different because the hacked account says P10, but all these are 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99. So it's not exactly, but at the same time, it's like telling myself like basically like hacked account, but actually put in the hard work and did it where it's like, hey, now we can enjoy like a bunch of great add-ons for a long time while getting extra blood points to fill back those great add-ons. Because whenever I play a specific killer, because Springtrap will be warm-up, and say like we have a Wraith tome and we're doing the Wraith for the tome, that night when I have 1 million or 2 million blood points, I'm just going to throw it right back into Wraith. Because that's the killer I played that day, That's how I'm going to work it. And we'll be like, fuck, we'll like never run out of good add-ons on like any of the killers we want to play. We'll just keep fucking around. But that is why I've been playing way too much. Way too much, right? I am getting burnt out a little bit of DBD, but that's because I'm playing before work and after work and late at night and shit like that. Because I'm trying to get as many cakes as possible. But I wanted to get as many as I could where even if I couldn't get cross progression to work, it's still good. Because like I have 2,000 cakes already just on these two. And I'm like, okay, that's good, especially if I'm playing killer more for the tomes. I was like, then that should be good for this year anyway. But having 7,000 would obviously be much better than having 2,000. Because that would set me up for like years. But I've been also saving those blood points for years. So it's not even like this is abusing the thing. It's like I've been I've been logging in and doing rewards and shit like that for years, waiting for this type of shit. That's why I spent them last year during the anniversary as well. I want to basically have it where no matter what killer I'm playing or when I'm playing Survivor, I have double the blood points for me and everyone in the lobby. Oh, yeah. But that's why I was super upset about the cakes. I thought I was going to get thrown out of the creator program. I'm not going to lie. Because every single day in that DBD creator Discord, I don't talk differently no matter who I'm talking to. So, like, I was saying word for word, I was like, killers got fuck shit ass in this event, and they're going to get no cakes. So I was like, it's not just the killers. I was like, I am upset about these cakes, too. I was just like, but the cakes is what everybody looks forward to. No one gives a shit about the anniversary. Like, I was saying shit like this word for word. Like, specifically saying fuck shit ass. That's what I mean. I was like, I thought I was going to get thrown out. There was definitely people not happy with me. There was people very happy with me, to be fair. Like Polly and stuff, but the people that weren't happy, most of the people were happy, but there was some people that weren't happy. At first, they're like, you're being too harsh, right? But then later on, like all of a sudden they're like, they're like, oh yeah. And you're like, yeah, exactly. Because the update had only been out for like 2 hours, and I was like, behavior is getting torn apart on Twitter right now, and from the looks of it, looks like they deserve it. You know what I mean? That was like the first thing I was saying, and people were like, it's only been out 2 hours. I'm like, are you seeing the same shit I'm seeing? They're like, you're out of touch. And I was like, go look at Twitter. I was like, if you think I'm out of touch, go look what everybody else is saying. This is what I mean by I'm pretty sure I was not making everybody happy. But I talk to everybody the damn same. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody wants to throw me out of the creator program because I was saying my opinion or being honest, like, then I don't want to be in the creator program because playing video games and streaming is my spare time. Like, I don't want someone being like, you can't say that. It's like, well, it was fun, but I'd rather just say that. And no amount of Oric cells could get me not to say that. I would rather just get kicked out if I'm, instead of having someone be like, you got to watch what you say. Fuck that. I'm going to say whatever I want. And if it gets me kicked out, then dang. Anyway, Yeah, that's the thing. The cakes, like, because me and Polly and Shy, us three specifically, like every single day, before they brought cakes, every single day, like me, me, Polyester, and Shy were in that Discord like every single day. That's why I was like, those two specifically. There's some other real ones too, but those two specifically are super real ones because they were posting like, and we were giving every fucking reason every day. Like newer players, we're like, this hurts newer players more than it hurts vets. They're like, vets have like thousands of cakes piled up, and it just becomes like a trophy of how many cakes we can get. Or like newer players, you just came in with Jason, you're a little bit more interested. You look, and there's 42 other killers and 52 survivors or some shit, right? It's like 52. And it's like, and then you're told that like, hey, we're actually going to make it tougher for blood points for you for going forward. It's like, I even said this word for word in the Discord. I was like, I would not play. I was like, I would uninstall and never look back. That's what I said. I was like, that is how you want to treat new players on the 10th anniversary? Absolutely not. But then they changed the cakes. Because the thing was, with the killers getting fuck shit ass, I hate to say it makes sense. But like, it makes sense because of the killer queue times. Before the anniversary, killer queue times were like 5+ minutes long, which sucks ass, right? And say you just came in with Jason, like you wanted to play DBD, and you're like, hey, Jason's a DBD, I'll try DBD now. And you want to play Jason, but you don't give a shit about winning it. You're just like, kind of newer. But killer queue times are 5 minutes. You're like, all I want to do is take some pot shots, throw in a fucking spear. And you're like, you got to wait 5 minutes. You know, it's like, or here's this new playlist that we literally gave survivors fucking superpowers. Like it was broken as fuck. There was a few killers that could do well, but it's one of those things where do you really only want to play these 3 killers? That's what I mean by for the majority of killers, it was fuck shit ass, right? But it gave the killers the option to be like, hey, you have instant queue times here though, because way too many survivors are playing it and killers hate it. It's like, so if you didn't care about winning and you just wanted to go in and take some pot shots right now and not wait 5 minutes, then go play the event. So like that made sense to me. You know what I mean? Not from a balance perspective, but from a like, hey, you can play normal queue, but that's going to take like 5 minutes, or you can play the event like right now if all you want to do is take pot shots and not give a shit about actually winning. Although the MMR was pretty loose in the event, so it's funny because I heard killers being like, this is fuck shit ass, but somehow I'm still winning like most of my games I'm playing. But that was because MMR was a little bit, it had to be laxed in that event. But the problem with relaxed MMR is then you know for a fact you got 40,000 hour Swift versus 300 hour killer that's going up against that fuck shit ass, you know? All right, play a little bit of Guitar Hero really quick. I do apologize, people on YouTube. You cannot hear the audio. If you want to hear the music, you got to come to Twitch. What should we play? Let's actually just play the song. Amazing song. I will not be warm for the first solo, though. First solo is going to whoop my ass. It's not crazy hard, but amazing song. The song has it all. Rock, metal, rap, slow part, epic solos, multiple languages spoken. No, I overstrummed. Because this would have been an extra star power. Well, I didn't whoop my ass as hard as I thought I was going to. The first solo. The song is so good. Aw. The Tato song. Niemand kann sie sagen, keiner kennt die Erfolg, alle deine Fragen, du musst nur verstehen, wir ernten, was wir sehen. Cowbell coming up. That fucking cowbell. It comes back in a second. All right, cowbell, right here. Keiner kennt die Antwort auf alle deine Fragen, du musst nur verstehen, wir ernten, was wir sehen. was a great fucking run. That solo. Woo! Give me that 7-star. Let's fucking go. That was a great solo, at least the last solo. We were warm by the end of that shit. It's 14 notes. Got 2,132 notes. And I missed 14. 2,118. So the first solo, warm-up solo, was like that one. The second solo is what fucked me up, actually. And 100% of the rest of the fucking song. Literally 100% of that last solo. I'm not fucking locked in, though. This game actually makes me lock in. People told me I look pissed off when I lock in, too. It's funny. But it's just like focusing everything you have. You're like, I want to hit the shit. I want to mess up once. God, that song is so fucking good. Oh my god. All right, what time is it? Yeah, so I gotta find someone to raid really quick and find a solo to raid out on. Hey. We can do this to the end. Where is it? Find someone first to raid. Is zoned out face. What do they call it? RBF, remember? Do people say that anymore? Resting bitch face? I know I have that. I remember posting a meme in the Discord about that. And it was like, why do people think I'm unapproachable? And then it like had a picture of a lion, like, and it was like me when I'm like not doing anything or some shit. That was so funny. I was like, yo. Hey, Mr. Headache, let's go. You raid Mr. Headache. I haven't been able to raid Mr. Headache in a while. He just did a charity for like trans rights. It was a charity tournament. All right, let's do this first. All right, if you haven't been here before, I stream Monday through Friday at 4:20 p.m. Eastern time, usually for at least a few hours. Movie Monday is what we're doing right now. So at 8 p.m., like basically in 10 minutes, we're gonna start watching the movie Parasite in the Discord. Discord's right here. Oh, sorry. And we'll be in the movie channel. Parasite is rated R. Actually, let me pull it up for a second. Not the movie, but this movie is fucking incredible. This movie's a 10 out of 10. This movie's the reason I started wanting to watch more movies like this. Not like this, but just being like, I had no idea how great of movies you could make. Because I was thinking of like big blockbuster type of movies, you know what I mean? But like this movie just made me want to watch like 10 million more movies because it is that fucking incredible. 99% and 90 from the audience. But not too many people have seen it. Only 5,000 reviews, right? But this movie is like a holy fucking shit type incredible movie. I don't want to say anything about it. Do we have the picture at least? I want to see a closer up the picture. Yeah, I guess that's the picture. All the eyes over their faces. This movie, so it is rated R. What's it rated R for? Violence for sure. Does it tell you what it's rated R for? Sexual content, language, some violence. Okay, yes. Now, like I said, it's kind of all over the place. Comedy, mystery, and thriller, drama. It's got a tad bit of horror as well, to be fair. But it's really just the first time you watch it, I should say. It was kind of funny. The same thing I thought about Sinners, actually. Although Sinners has more actual horror than Parasite does. But like after you see Sinners the first time, you're like, yeah, it's not scary. But Sinners has more horror than this movie does. But like I said, I don't want to say too much about it because of all the movies I've watched, this is definitely the movie where you don't want to know anything. Just go into it because I could tell you exactly what the movie's about. I could talk it up in all sorts of ways because this movie's fucking incredible. But like, here we go. An urgent, brilliantly layered look at a timely social themes. And no, this is not going to be like you're getting preached at politically. Trust me, it's not like that. It says, but an urgent, brilliantly, but it is relevant, right? An urgent, brilliantly layered look at timely social issues. That's why I said it is relevant, though. So you're not going to get preached at, but it is relevant. Parasite finds writer-director Bong Joon-ho in near total command of his craft. And that's like, this is like one of the reasons I was like, I want to see directors movies. Like, I don't know if I've seen anything else by this guy, to be fair, but I just haven't been able to. But this movie is fucking incredible. Yeah, if you don't know anything at all, it's even better. Like this is, you know, the other movies I've been talking about, it's about this, and like Boogie Nights, I was basically telling the whole movie before it even happened, essentially. Stuff like that. Like Sinners, I was like, it's about a vampire. I was like, you know, there's a lot of vampires and stuff and there's a lot of great music. Like this one, I literally just don't want to say anything because I'm just like, this movie. But yes, I can't, it's hard to recommend it as highly as I can without saying anything about it. But this movie is the reason why I started wanting to. I was like, I have to watch more movies now because I didn't know movies like this was possible. And it's not from like a technical standpoint. It's literally just like a, and it can be spoiled. That's the other thing. Like, there's a huge thing in the movie where that's why I was like, don't know anything about it. You know, oh my god, this movie's fucking great. But we're gonna raid the Mr. Headache really quick. And I'll see you guys in the Discord for 8 p.m. movie night. It's going to be 8 p.m. in the Discord. Oh, let me see this right here. I am going to go smoke, so it might be a little bit after 8 p.m., but I'm going to smoke first. All right, here we go. I'll see you guys on Monday. Or tomorrow, I mean, at 4:20. I missed one. God damn it. Missed that too. God damn it. Man, I'm playing this shit. Like, terribly. I'm too excited for Parasite. That was fucking awful. Well, I played that terribly. Still got like 97%. But that's awful. I'll see you in a little bit. Movie Monday. Woo! I can't wait. I fucking love movies.